4. No more than 4.
You gotta come in with 4 units, right?
Yep, 4 units.
Okay.
And 4 bombard. So what is cruiser bombard at?
You come into Austria.
Yep.
2.
So 1 at 2, and then the other guys, what do they bombard
Are
at?
they pre-trade?
Yeah.
3.
So 1 at 2. That's the wrong dice. 3 at 3. There we go. 1 at 2, 3 at 3.
Yep.
2. That's 2 off you.
We'll take a militia. And then I'll take one of my Austro-Hungarian dudes.
Sure you don't want to take a German? I'll give you 4. Let's just leave them up as we're
4 infantry.
4
I
infantry.
have 1 mountain.
1.
Oh, you got another one.
Wow.
Alright, Doug.
Let's go, buddy.
All right.
I need your help. I need your help big time.
Alright,
Douglas,
coming back at you with
you
my 1.
I'm attacking.
You're just amphibious attacking us. Yeah. Alright. My 1 Austro-Hungarian dude. Oh, double casualties.
Yep.
And then I got did you take out 1 German dude with amphibs?
2. No, 1.
You took out 1. You took out one of my militia and 1 of his.
So you have 5, I think. 5 of his.
5 of his. Get 6.
That's
Okay.
4. That's 4. Yeah. You're gonna get me.
No.
No. So I still got 2 guys there. Unbelievable. I can't retreat though, can I?
No.
So I guess I'll take 2 shots at you before you kill me.
Alright.
Come on, let's go. Let's go, General. Let's go, General hand grenade.
Missed.
Alright. 4 Germans.
You got 6. Oh wait. That's right. You got 5 in total.
Here's my 4 Germans, my 1 Austrian. Yeah.
Copy.
Okay.
Still, that worked out.
We're still gonna
I like
get your.
I like that.
Alright, so let's see. We got
This guy's in there.
guys there,
This guy's here.
that guy's there.
So then we got this big man, or
I don't know how long this is gonna be. Let's just do it.
okay. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so we're upscaling these guys, right?
To what?
+1
Yeah.
with the artillery. Okay, so then I got 5. I'm just taking these out here.
Okay. So I'm taking all these guys over here.
Yeah.
So we'll have the trench lines. These guys will be a +2, you know.
All of them?
Yeah.
Every round?
1 round against the trench line.
Oh,
Where are these guys?
yeah, they're there too.
What about these other artillery?
No, you only had one bunch of artillery there.
Okay, so those guys just got built or something?
I don't know. I know that's what was in there.
Alright.
So
do you
all
sure
of
you
those
wanna do
guys are
that?
+2?
All of these defenders are +2 for the trench line. If you have 6 or more infantry on the trench line, these guys are not a +2. But you're sure you want to do that?
Sure, why not?
All right.
Oh, where's my 5?
So you got.
There was a 5 underneath this chip.
Is this what you had, Doug?
Yeah, no, this is my 5.
That's your 5. That's your 5. All right. So Doug, you're fighting here.
You're fighting these guys right here. These guys are my guys going on. So let's get these guys out of the way. So this is what I got. So 6 guys at 2. Is that right? Is there any modifiers there? 6 guys at 2?
You'll have artillery to boost them up. So however many artillery you have coming in, will +1 each one of those guys.
Yeah. Artillery first strike or not?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll roll the artillery first. You got to roll artillery first too, Doug.
Okay. So
Artillery, 2 hits.
you got 2 hits. So Doug, you're gonna roll your artillery first.
wondering if I can attack China.
You can.
One,
It seems like
two,
probably a bad idea.
okay, two of it.
And you got what, one?
They should.
They would
no, I
go
got two off you.
powers.
Yeah, well, I was just looking for something that explained their status.
Okay, so then I've got four
I mean, what
dudes
is their status?
They are neutral.
at two.
Okay.
Just straight up. They have a chance to join
One,
the Allies
two.
in 1917. Until then, there's nothing
And
happens, so they
then
can't be influenced.
five.
Anything.
Dudes.
Well, that's too late,
three.
man.
That's what they did historically.
I know. That's
One,
why I
The
probably,
game
two.
goes till 19.
So four off
right?
of you.
Or
that's
10.
why I probably need to take them down, because that's just waiting too long.
Okay.
You're talking the Chinese?
No.
Tag 'em.
And
If you
Your
attack
guys
them,
are
you know
plus
how much
two.
You're opening up my backside, though.
right,
Your backside.
his guys are
Well-
plus two, right?
You're talking with Japan?
They defended at 6. Your infantry
Well,
does because they're
I
in a
need
trench
to,
line.
Maybe I'll attack you too.
So that's
what are you supposed to?
2, 4,
And I was
5
thinking
guys.
about the
at
Dutch
six.
East Indies.
Already rolled.
Well,
Cavalry
And then
too.
you got
Well-
cavalry.
Two.
what I mean by Japan is independent. Can it like backstab us too? or-
No.
No, not
So
anymore.
Once it's
Oh.
aligned, it's.
Now, if it was a Japanese
Did you hit me
player,
with the
the
cavalry?
Japanese
Nope.
player would look at their victory conditions and be like, I'm going to do whatever I get minus 4.
Because I know
One,
that,
two,
I did a
three.
lot of research on like the
Okay, so three
Japanese
off me,
during the
four off-
Russian
oh, you got-
Civil War.
Okay, 3 off me.
Like the Americans were.
And
like,
we're
"No,
only allowed to go
but the
one round, I
Japanese
guess.
wanted to occupy
Then there's a trench.
Siberia.
Yeah, they were all the way up in here to 22.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the Americans were like, we don't like this, you know?
And that was part of the Washington
Shit, you know
Naval Treaty, I
what?
think. Was that
I had
pull
6 of
Yeah,
these,
I
not
think so.
5.
because they made it all the way to like the.
One more of them.
Okay.
Nope.
Wait, what are you doing?
I had 6 and not 5.
Okay, all right, yeah. I just want to make sure because it's one round only.
4. So
Ooh.
one more loss for you. I won't upscale the dude though. I already rolled the dudes.
Doug. Here on the
I
French
counted
line.
wrong. Sorry about that, guys. So I'm done.
Okay.
Non-combat moves.
Typical
1.
result on that roll.
He
Yeah, I
rolled
think so.
good.
I
You
rolled
rolled
good.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's important to note when you're game developing of, you know,
yeah, I rolled
You
really
rolled
well.
because it might be that we get run over here and it might be because of
Yeah, he rolled
dice
well.
rolls.
Yeah, I really did. So the
He had lower numbers and had more kills.
All right, cool.
I had a lot more infantry. He had a lot more
Then-
artillery.
Then at the end, he's like, well, I actually had more chips than that, so. I
Just
forgot
one.
to-" Yeah, whatever. He keeps adding stuff to it.
Okay.
How are you supposed to win against that?
You're supposed to roll better.
Well, I didn't roll very well.
Yikes. These 3 guys.
I need help. Bring all your Austrians over.
I can't. I gotta. He attacked me with all this stuff.
What you really need to do is get your roll with the Italians and get the Italians on your side.
If we get the towns on our side, it'd be really, really sweet.
Yeah.
Right now,
If
we're
you
not
don't
gonna
get
get
the
it.
Italians,
Right now, it's looking like they're gonna go allied, and we're gonna be in big trouble.
Why? I thought you said we were gonna get them on our
Well,
side.
because he came in there and cleared us out. Because it's amphib.
I was gone when that happened.
Yeah.
Was it-
That's kind of an upset on par with the Spanish Civil War, like when Spain went Soviet.
Mm-hmm.
If
That was cool.
If Italian goes Central Powers, that's quite. a
Ottoman should be going.
Ottoman Empire.
I'm ready.
Go.
Okay.
He's over
Put
here.
some hate
Not even
on some
close to
people.
you.
So,
Ottoman and
Except for
then
me.
Russia should
fine.
be.
2 infantry, 1
Russia
artillery,
should be.
Good
bring
job,
up-
all right.
one
I've already got my
diplomatic influence
stuff.
on Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Let's roll it, baby.
Afghanistan.
No.
No.
Alrighty.
They're pretty picky with their friends.
Hey,
I'll
Ottoman,
tell
you got a
what.
battleship you could move up.
that's the only influence you want?
So,
Oh, where does the Ottomans build their battleship at?
so I can do this. Take 2,
Yeah.
Oh,
and I can go in here, take 1.
Yep.
Yeah, PDF.
I'm gonna do that.
All right.
How big is it? Does it say it is?
Boom!
Yeah,
Russia.
That's what we need right there.
that
Three down
transport
to
is,
Russia.
that transport is a pain.
Drag your cursor down, it'll tell you down here.
Who's playing Austria-Hungary?
And we couldn't get the finance from US, right? So that's over.
Right. We
And Doug does Germany. Morton does Austria.
And my,
British is
so my,
It does it on mine.
I get 2 more manpower.
Who plays France?
yeah.
Oh. maybe it's-
No, who
But we're not tracking manpower anymore.
Ryan,
We
what are you
stopped
playing?
Well,
Okay, we stop that.
Right?
just because
What are you
it's
playing?
it's-
Britain and France?
That was the size of the paper that
well,
I'm
they're
just
doing
playing
everyone
France.
to-
that was cut in
Who plays
7.5 inches.
Bob,
Bob.
Well, I mean, I showed you how big.
Oh, right.
With,
So tracking manpower will be kind of an optional expansion, right?
expansion or optional rule. Yeah.
Oh, can I play independent Japan?
No.
With USA, I can do nothing.
do you want
Hey,
to
you
play
know-
Japan?
You said you wanted them because you were gonna do shopping.
I'm already
Remember that?
shopping. Yeah.
Do you want Japan?
You want something easy,
Yeah. I mean, I already.
Turkey,
but
done.
it's, but is it independent? If he takes it, does it change?
The way,
Go okay. Say
Well,
now
wait,
if you're
when is it?
Japan,
Yeah, you.
you Japanese guy.
I was thinking
America
we
can
had
go to
more
war,
than
so
that.
someone.
So. was it
No,
just
you're the
one?
U.S.
it was
right?
one per term.
Yeah.
You wanted
That
to
has
go
no
to two.
conflict with Japan.
They can't get it. I'll see later.
Sick.
But
What's
we can-
what's
Hey,
the
we can-
bomber
I can play Japan,
advancement?
You can play USA.
6 or
No,
higher?
I don't want to play USA.
No, nobody wants to play.
I mean,
You
I'll
wanna
give you
try-
this
Do you want to try and do two?
or not.
Yeah, give it to me.
All right.
Yeah.
So this is the next purchase.
It'd be,
I was
oh,
going
strategic
to,
bomber.
No nuclear bombs.
Do we
And
have much that goes on?
that includes advancing the,
Okay.
the dreadnought one.
What'd you do?
So, but I mean, you
have-
can get what you want.
Only let's see.
Oh, you took your Russians.
Well, yeah, his transport, see how there's a sliver there?
Yep. You were supposed to see that too.
Well, but see, I
I don't
did,
see
but
any
then
of this
look,
on
he
America right now.
could have come
We
in
gotta add
anywhere
something.
here. It's actually pretty bad.
You're leaking, man.
Well, yeah, because how am I supposed to defend all that coastline?
Especially with these guys ganging up on you. I did
Yeah.
get solid over here
Is,
though.
is there any way you can that Ottoman Navy?
Can I get through? No,
With
I
your
don't think I
Sorry,
can get through the
sorry,
straits,
I
can
need
I?
some admins in South America. I think I
Yeah, I can't get that
what I
Navy.
thought I had for South. Well, what I originally had for 1919 was I had a column for each part of the world.
So, Bob.
Yeah.
I am allied with Japan, yeah?
So we could have like an Americas event.
Yeah, you're with the.
So, because
Europe.
I can play them.
The British
And
is gonna
Asia
need to put some
event,
pressure
something like that.
on the Ottomans a
3
little
events per
bit.
turn.
No,
So
they're
you can have one,
Great. So
2,
I-
3. You can have 3 events.
I took
So you
Siam.
could
I
have
mean,
the-
I aligned Siam,
Asia, Africa,
and I
Yeah.
took
Good idea.
this harbor
and then we could have.
from
We
the
could come up with a lot of
Germans,
events.
and then I was going
But-
to move people,
Hey,
and
You guys need
as
to
part of
do
your
more
victory
research,
conditions, I
right?
was going to take
Yeah.
these 4 islands because they're German. So why
Yeah.
not?
Okay.
Good
And then
idea.
I was going to start moving that
Doug?
way
Okay,
to
What I think
see
we'll do is
how I
we'll
can
have-
help.
cool.
An America's column, a Europe column, and an Asia column. We'll have an event in each turn. What do you think of that? That way you're going to bring this in and that in to the war more. Okay.
So what you,
I'm gonna need a lot of researchers to work on this random event.
is that artillery in here? It's kind of sitting right
It is in there. Yeah.
there. Okay.
Wait a minute. No. Hold on. Yeah, it is.
Okay, it was kind of sitting right in the middle of the
Unless it
border.
was produced here, which I didn't build an artillery last time.
Yeah.
Those 2 are in there.
Yep, I was just seeing if there was even a
Are
factory there.
you coming in, baby?
Well, I'm going at him. I'm going at Morton here
how you look at me.
with his
I had
Ottomans.
my nuke ready.
Do. You can.
You must stop it because I'm laughing.
Okay, you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them, right?
No one to walk away.
No wind.
And no when to run.
Got to know when to hold them. No when to fold.
Germany.
Okay.
Sitting at the
Is
table.
everybody on stream? If you guys keep singing off key.
Counting.
Well, hey, we've got some of the best singers in music in the gaming community here.
I'm sure we do.
I'm not even the best singer in my house, and I live alone.
Okay, Morton, you and I can do our
British
rolling.
influence zone, the Russian
It
influence
seems like
zone.
Morton and
All
I
right,
just
here we go.
every day are rolling against each other.
No,
this is mountain, right?
Yep, that's why I brought in hopefully enough guys.
Looks like just a
that's-
mountain border,
That's
isn't
just
it?
a mountain border, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just first round, yep.
it's not a mountain.
So yeah, I'm attacking over the mountain border there.
Okay.
Roll it.
So it's -1 at the first turn, or what?
Yep.
Miss.
Okay, no hits on the first round.
Who took it around?
I have first strike, right?
Oh yeah, I didn't hit. Yeah.
So there's a 5.
Ottoman artillery, and we roll a 1.
Boom.
Shakalaka.
And your other guy there?
Like a boom.
Nothing. All right, now it's restrictions gone. 5. What's the?
Nope.
Oh, nope, that's a 3. Nothing.
Still a 5. Nope. 4. Nope.
I think artillery is a 4, but yeah,
It's 5.
artillery is a 5.
No, artillery's 4. Dude's 5. No, dude should
You
be.
missed anyway.
Dude should be 5.
No, dude doesn't pair in defense.
No?
I don't think so.
How come?
Yeah. 2. I thought it was 5.
So. I don't think they're pair in defense.
Nothing.
Okay.
So 2 4s.
Yep.
So you
Nope.
Okay.
Nothing.
You
when
know,
we
I'm gonna retreat that just a
That was
little.
third round, right?
Oh yeah. So now this guy.
They rail him into that city there.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, it just.
And then you can place a dude here. I'd place one there.
Oh, you're doing this one, right?
Yeah, I can place one there.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Attacking artillery. Yes, Bob, you can make the chart, baby. You can take it as Doug will, if it's not in there.
So, Will, question.
Yes.
I've cut this off. Place units there, infantry units.
Yeah.
You can?
Not consider that a
Oh,
supply.
yeah.
There's no supply rules.
Okay.
You're impressed with game.
Honestly, I got nothing against. Actually, I need him for somewhere else. I'll put instead
Put him
of.
here.
I might. So I got an infantry left, and then these militia. I'm gonna put a militia. 'Cause I think Kiev. Oh, Kiev's 2. I can put 2 of them there.
What does China do?
They manufacture goods.
Yes, what was the question?
Nothing. They wonder what China does.
Yeah.
What China does when?
In this game.
So China,
And
the very first, remember the very first turn?
It's hard to.
He was over here writing stuff. He didn't listen.
Okay, so the very first turn, what happens is the British player has a choice.
Right.
Because China requests to join in 1914, and they were told no because they didn't want to anger Japan. They kind of have a choice to take China or Japan.
Okay.
And then,
Russia.
if they do,
Oh wait.
they get one or the other, right?
Use the US
So-
player.
If
Elijah.
so, if China doesn't, they can't join again until 17. Okay. Now you've changed over from that dynamic to an independent Japanese player in the middle of the game, which is usual. But you have some victory points.
Yeah, I see.
You have your victory conditions are to get more stuff. Okay. And now traditionally, what you would do
Okay,
was take
Russia's
stuff
done.
that's free, right? But also your new victory condition is to get in droughts with the USA in the Pacific by the end of the game.
Yeah.
So now you have some things to consider. How you gonna do that? And you know they've got one dreadnought, and now all of a sudden you're in a competition with that,
Because it has the same condition.
and you want to take some stuff over. So you know,
Gotcha.
you could join with us.
The Americans?
But I'm allies, right?
Well, you would have been allies, but you took this on in the middle of the game.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
So you changed the dynamic. This would have just been U.S. controlling it, right, or Britain controlling it. But now you're
No,
a
he's
free
just
agent.
he's just letting them control it for him.
Now he's a free agent.
No, he's letting them control it for him. He's
Well, then
the de
your
facto
hands are
British player.
tied. Then you might as well have just kept your country.
Yeah, thinking ahead.
Because not a free agent, then.
He's playing
Bob
both
didn't
of
want
them.
to play USA.
The Americans.
So Bob just letting you play this as a.
Just
Okay,
to
so
give him
now,
something to
now
do.
you're an ally. Now you can do anything. So basically, you are.
Or we could say, because
I mean, you can
USA
take these.
I mean, he's got some.
Yeah, I just want to do something in the game, you know, and play test. So this is for play test to see if the rules work.
Okay.
Russian pieces.
It can be schizophrenic. I can play
America,
USA and Japan in the
So.
Well, you
Okay,
should
but let's say
play
for now you're an
Germany
ally.
or something. I mean, I said I'd play whatever, but you said you wanted to play.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't know that the USA was so little work.
But he said,
told you.
He said that.
You asked for it
But Russia's the.
anyway.
You should have played Germany.
I didn't know.
Unless you just paint what you got.
He would have dropped a bomb by now. So what you gonna do?
That's no problem.
I mean, traditionally, maybe USA and Russia should be paired because one goes out and one comes in.
Well, you know, like.
Yeah, I agree. I think there needs to be some pairing because you can't have
You've
someone
got so
just
many
sit there and
different
do
slopes
anything.
for like fighter planes.
We're gonna have to come up with the
There's
pairing.
one American plane
So,
that's
We'll talk about it
very
Sunday.
plain. I mean,
Mm,
it's
Yeah,
smooth.
Sunday when.
You know,
Probably from one of the.
you could say if Italy goes for the Allies, then they could use they could play the Italians, right?
I call that.
Because you can't-
USA.
You can't actually have an
Well, don't worry about
Italian
it now,
player.
though. Let's just-
After I get ideas, Doug, or we'll walk away from here and we'll.
You
No,
can't
we're gonna do it
waste
Sunday.
time.
You can't actually have an Italian player because you don't know which side they're going to be on, and they don't start the game, right?
So maybe you have USA and minor allies is one player.
Yeah, like maybe they should be controlling the Japanese instead of Britain,
Yeah.
CCP, I painted. a
but
bunch
they
of,
have to control them in favor of
his
the
Army
Allies,
Ranger
though,
pieces,
because that was an
or his
allied
US
thing,
Army,
wasn't it?
you know,
Yeah,
pieces
I would like to play Japan as
from
an allied
America.
player.
I painted
Right.
And then if
That's
America
okay.
decides to go to the
I'll do
Central
it.
Powers, then the Japanese say, well, we don't want anything to do with you anymore.
I'll do America too because
And
it's
then
only one,
Britain takes
one
over
victory
Japan.
condition. That's
Or China.
is competition,
Mhm.
which is going to work.
But there's no, you don't have victory conditions as a minor ally.
It's your
Like
turn,
when you decided, no one decided to play Japan, it became,
Right,
basically,
well, they don't now.
it's not, it doesn't pursue those victory conditions.
All right.
It doesn't have any
Right.
anymore. So
Right. You only
So
roll
I would be an
with
allied
outside
player.
of your country.
you're just playing, you're just being run by Britain.
Just
So, like,
aiding.
Russia
British.
still has to roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I think the
Who's next?
CCP. I have it, right?
Are we
I
done?
think the CCP.
Italy,
We're
Well,
gonna make any.
Italy,
Italy's independent, and USA go, USA, Japan. Have you gone?
No, he hasn't.
I'm going now.
we were clarifying all that. It's just about time to turn the clock.
Yeah.
Trying to make it a little prettier for the.
I want to transport.
The money situation with the US, are we back to our original income now?
Yeah.
So everyone's back to their original incomes.
I didn't make these
That'll help me.
So the money from
I
last
mean, if you can
time.
buy it and put it in there.
Yep, I got one turn away.
So basically,
Who's the other
starting
one
this
belong
turn,
to?
you don't collect that income
Who's
anymore.
around? Oh, Italy.
So at the higher income.
No.
Hell yeah, you can do
When you
that.
collected this term,
Because I think I'll be able
Last term I
to grow
said
his
40.
Oh, yeah.
So
red knot
so
out of there,
you
and then at least
are
you won't
now
be able to
at
Yeah,
the
get up in
end
my
of the 1950
In your grill.
term.
in my grill. Yeah.
When you
Look,
collected
can
this
hit
and
it.
then if you take them out, then you can think about buying your own transport.
And then
The start.
that's
We're now
what
at the
I'd
end
like
of
to
this
do.
Going
term.
the
When
other
you
way.
collected, you should not have
But
collected.
I would worry about
Your
these guys
extra
more than that. Like I'd put that
Got
on
it.
for sure, just to stop this, right?
That's what
But I
need
wouldn't
to
worry
do.
about the transport until you get this a handle on
Where's
this.
where's the other player sheet? I don't see it.
I know, and I'm not so sure that's. I mean, that ain't so bad, but all that coming in with that.
So I place this, that one goes on one stage.
Well, here's the hardest thing.
So what can I do? I can attack the axis, right?
Automatically place one on every.
And then I have a transport with a
Does that make you feel better?
Yeah. It looks
I
cooler than a
movement
little
to-
RU.
And I have a naval base. So 1, 2.
Apparently, the Ottomans really like to show who they are. Though.
That's same, but it's every two.
They even put markers in their own.
So after that, it's, actually, I do make this, for China, then you get into.
Oh, here's one of your guys.
You gotta roll Warsaw and Hungary. You gotta roll. Because there's only.
just about ready to go?
2 locations that are kind of.
What?
You just about ready to go?
Yeah,
Susie's
I'm
done.
fine.
But I think we got to do some things before your turn, though.
That's still.
We got to resolve the Italian issue, and we got to roll 4.
Okay, roll for 2 random events. Who's ready to roll?
I put the camel on Facebook. A few people liked it already.
Okay, random events. Let's do random events.
Yeah, we can do that while he's still finishing, right?
Sure. Random
Okay,
event.
I'll roll. I got it.
There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, Russia develops nukes.
And you
You're
know
attacking
this
China?
comes with an overlay.
No, I'm attacking the islands.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I wanted to do it.
Can I attack China?
Right, well,
Yeah.
Well, not if you're an ally.
how he prints the
Oh, I
maps.
think maybe. I don't know.
He's
Well, would you-
Japanese, so he's independent a little bit, isn't he?
So-
Well, we kind of screwed that up
Oh, okay.
because he didn't. Well, he keeps saying different things. If you want to be an independent player,
I must give away USA. But who
no,
wants to
no,
pay?
you don't have to give away say, but you have to decide whether you are just a member of the Allies or whether you have your own victory condition. If you have your own victory, you can do whatever you want
Yeah,
and piss off whoever you want.
I'd like that. I'd love that.
Okay, that's your style.
Yeah, that's my style.
So
Would Bob have given him those conditions?
I don't know.
Bob was just letting them play for him.
All right, roll 2 dice. Roll a dice.
What do you want? Okay,
1915.
10.
10. Senussi revolt. The Senussi people of Libya and Egypt rise up against the Italian and British occupiers. Ignore if Italy is neutral. Oh, we have to resolve Italian. We have to resolve Italian.
Did you move it to the
Intervention.
next?
Yep.
the next
Let's resolve the
period?
Italians first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are we on the 4th one now?
All right.
Yeah.
So there's
One
no
central
modifier.
power,
There's no modifier.
5 or above. It's allied. Okay, so it's allied.
Oh, so then we get a revolt, though, right?
Well, like on the.
They do get a revolt, but it's not that great.
You
So
almost. Because I'm
So-
used to
so-
the
place
last
one
markers.
attacking infantry in Libya and one attacking infantry in Egypt. So
That'd be Ottoman,
They're
probably.
gonna be throwing.
so it would probably be Ottoman. Let's have the Ottomans do that.
Yes.
Ottoman. Oh, that's Morton.
Yeah, you're right. They're only used
Morton?
when you're owning them, so you may need like 4. You may need 4 of these.
and
because
we'll
if
say
the US
resolve
owns 2,
immediately.
the Russians own 1,
Okay.
and
So let's get 2 Ottoman
This is what.
Two Ottomans.
Now, who do you?
So unfortunately, it doesn't say where in Libya or where in Egypt.
Just to be on the safe side.
Tripoli.
Because people
It
don't
didn't say Cairo?
automatically-
No?
It said Libya and Egypt.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Play this, right? If I'm
Okay.
Who did you envision was playing the Alliance?
But we could also.
Just whoever on the Allied side?
No, it has
Which makes
a
me totally independent. I can do whatever I want with Japan.
to.
Well-
That is something I would like to explore.
Yeah, I mean, you need.
No, I need to
Independent.
talk to you about it.
Why?
Because we're okay with it.
But it would change how you look at China.
I believe it'll be the French.
Yeah.
I mean, why?
You're so good. Need their sheet.
I'm not trying to, I'm sorry.
Leave
How
it
you
like
look at
it.
China?
No, I'm gonna play it as an ally for you with Japan. That's okay.
I mean, change
So
to
here's the
China?
thing,
How?
Bob. He keeps asking if he can attack China, and he either has to decide that he's not part of the Allies, that he's a completely independent player, and he does whatever's best in his
I
best
see.
interest,
I asked you earlier if I could attack China. Yes.
or, but say he started off as an independent. Like we made a decision early, and then you rolled, and you made the decision, and so we either have to give him free reign or constrain him and say, like this isn't how the game works. This is just we're switching midstream.
Yeah, but what you gave the UK the decision, would I not have the decision if he was an independent player from the very beginning? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, we're asking whether or not he can just do what he wants or not.
I don't care. I mean,
We'll say yes.
you can do what you want.
Let's give him a free handle. If he's a player, I think he should have a free hand.
Well, wouldn't that be a good way to test out the
Is it
rules?
not in the rules?
Well, what's different is the victory conditions. If you look at his victory conditions, they could be at odds with the
US
US.
or Japan?
Japan.
Yeah.
It
He
could
doesn't
be
like
at
the
odds.
US because there's nothing to do,
Sorry.
which is understandable.
That's
That's good feedback for me. But okay, I'm gonna make an executive decision. You can do whatever you want, but you win based on whether you follow your victory conditions. Okay.
Yeah, that's
All right.
Well, that
Now-
would be a true independent, though.
That would be a true independent.
So who's playing the US?
US.
I don't know.
Delicious.
No, Japan.
I would say Misha.
Oh boy, I'm not a good numbers guy, though.
You can't play
But
an
you can-
independent and do whatever you want and then also play an ally.
They're an independent too.
Okay, where's the Ottoman?
But the US, but they could
Um,
choose to go different ways though.
Not
So
you.
it doesn't fit.
Would you do USA with the French?
So is it?
Bob, so you're not playing at all?
No, I'm playing the UK.
Okay. But you
Okay.
were playing
I'm
US.
not sure where Morton's.
I was playing the
taking
UK and
You know what?
Japan at one point.
How
I
do you
gave
guys
him
feel about
Japan.
me playing the US?
And France.
Because not France.
Okay.
Somebody else got France. I know how I be.
Morton, you get 2 Ottoman infantry on the north half.
You know what I'm saying? Like I
Does
get
there-
I get the feeling of what I was
Does
trying
there
to
need to be a
accomplish.
backstory for each nation then, in the rules? About how,
Probably.
Just don't attack.
I think for the game and for
Where
the
are you?
development, it is
And then-
play an active nation. And if it's
And then
independent,
Morton would play these guys
So
and
you
those
can put
guys.
it, in Egypt.
I don't know.
or Libya.
I just
Yep.
somebody
So
needs to
one
step
in
up and
Egypt,
either
one in
take
Egypt.
the US
Okay.
or
Um,
because the US is
yep,
Who's
it
playing
attacks
Britain?
right away.
I am.
Bob is
I've said that like.
who's playing Russia? And
Misha.
who's playing
France.
France?
why don't we give
You. One of you guys needs to take it. That's an allied nation.
you Russia?
It is Russia.
I mean US too.
Yeah.
Because that way when Russia goes out, the US will come in.
Well, that's usually how we played in that other one too.
Okay,
so.
fine. do
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
behind dog is the bunch.
Okay, so
All
take
right.
the American turn.
Okay. Now we
So
we
is it
didn't
really
designate where
confusing?
No idea.
this took
This is
place.
German.
Oh,
That was
thank
my
you.
question.
I don't know. We need to look it up and see
How much
where the
money does
Tennessee
he get?
revolt actually
It's in the
occurred.
box. And it's over there.
But it's sort of
You
a
roll for income. For
it's sort of
USA.
it's sort
Where's-
of been
where's the box?
expanded from its traditional
Behind dog.
role because it was
Okay,
small. Now it's
America's
larger
box is over
than.
there.
Okay.
You didn't take the turn on this turn, did you?
I would say you could choose.
Okay, so it's
Would
your
be-
turn,
Would be
Misha.
one interesting
For
thing
America,
because then
right?
they'd have
Yeah.
to keep militia in each one.
Yes.
Italy is.
Are you sure America's box is there?
Not played by anyone.
No, it just went
All right.
allied.
Did? You did?
It did.
Then I'll take it. Italy.
Hey, I think I got to align Belgium because
So
he's
you have
ignoring.
one in Egypt and one in Italy, one in Libya.
Who's going?
So I couldn't take.
These are
two.
random events.
Shit, I couldn't
No,
take two.
It's-
you
Okay.
just have one
It's
in
America.
Libya.
So one up for me.
Oh wait, I thought we were done with March of 15.
No, we're still resolving events. Okay, so we need a second event.
Oh, do we
Roll
do
the second
events
event
at the
or
event?
Yeah, we're
At
gonna
the
do
end?
2 events a turn.
Next turn.
5?
But they're
Five.
finishing up their turn.
Who they are on, whose side they are on. Each alliance makes 4 influence rolls immediately for Greece.
Okay.
The first major power to land 2 infantry in Greece, 4 more rolls.
I'm sorry, how many rolls?
4.
And what am I rolling? So
You're
you're
rolling
doing,
influence dice, just like you were rolling for influence, but you get 4 rolls.
you're
So
doing it
first
through the
roll,
entire-
first, don't roll 4 dice at once. You got to roll a 1 or
Right.
2.
No, you can roll them all 4, right?
So it's a 1 or 2, or because they're already where's the thing?
Because you go along the thing, right?
Right, but I think they're already
1, 2, and then 1, 3, and
It depends on where they are. I think they're new. I don't think they have any. Yeah, right. You're right.
No, they're not. No.
Okay.
All right, so I didn't get it.
So no.
No.
Now it's gonna roll 3.
No.
No.
Nope.
No. All right.
okay, now one of you guys have got to roll
All right.
4
Allies.
You were allied,
central powers.
Yeah.
All right, Central Powers. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
4
No.
and then 3 dice.
Doesn't matter.
No, just 1. Because if you roll a 1 and a 2, then the next time you get to 1 or 3, right?
Nope. Yeah, there we
Oh,
go.
he's-
Now
We
you got 1 to
one.
3.
Now you get 1 and 3. No.
All right,
So we
so-
got 1
So
for.
here, just give me that, Bob. I'll do it.
Okay.
I was
We
taking
didn't
care of
say
that
who
over here.
rolls it.
Who stole my pen though?
I did.
I pen because, you're right. I need a pen because I'm gonna have to do all this income
They're
stuff.
funny. Yeah.
So
Oh, here's one.
So who goes up is the question.
do I just call them central powers,
Who's
or
on first?
is there a certain guy that
I think we need to assign nations to that. So who would be the
who
traditional?
who'd be Greece?
Probably, let's say France, and
I'd say the Ottomans. What do you think?
Ottomans.
I think Ottomans would be more linked to.
Okay,
You want to say Ottomans?
so you got
They're
the
not
first
really-
one.
I guess.
Anyone need them?
All right. So Ottomans.
Okay.
All right. So we've resolved.
So you're on the
Good
first
now.
base, sir.
So now there's 2
What's that?
Senussis,
It
dude.
was a random event.
Senussis are into it.
So just one question.
Yes.
So if I land 2 infantry here,
You'll get 4 rolls.
but do they just coexist with the
Yep.
neutral?
They just coexist. Just that's what happened in the real
Okay.
time.
Is it like
Although-
basing rates or?
There's nothing like influencing someone at gunpoint.
It's very clear, but this is what happened in real life. Was the
Would you
British
like to
just
join
landed
me?
people there, and the Greeks were like, "Oh, well,
Yeah.
Can
Would you like to join?
wine?
Olives.
um,
So I can.
So what do we do with Italy now?
Dutch New Guinea?
Oh yeah, like-
Dutch
is it France that controls them or what?
East Indies?
France controls Italy."
Do we?
Yes.
We gotta do the check-in. Later.
Yeah.
Somewhere around here is the
Sure, they got a box of units probably over on the other side.
good question. I know where it is. Exactly in front of Italy.
I'll look over here.
We would have had to have set them up.
No, I just got America and Imperial Russia.
Basically, what you need to know is at an income of 12, naval SR of 2. That's all you really need.
Well,
Yeah.
if I play an independent nation and I attack the Dutch Indies, what would... Should I do that before the Netherlands get aligned?
That's a good question. What happens if you attack a nation?
Yeah, because they can influence the Netherlands. But if I take territories now, it would be neutral. I would attack neutral.
Yes, you would. You'd be at war with
The Netherlands.
You'd be at war with the Netherlands, and as soon as the Netherlands
Would they become a controlled minor?
I think you're going to have to declare yourself a central power or a.
Okay.
I think you're. What do you guys think?
Oh,
Because I could do this 1, 2, 3, and
I mean,
these two territories.
you could take those two, but I think that at this point,
Well, you can't land on 2 different islands off the same boat, can you?
And
In the same sea zone, but you
land
can't
zone.
do that on 2 territories from the same boat.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can.
No, you can't.
Yeah, it's global 40 you can, but global war you can.
you can do it global war.
Cool,
Is it
huh?
specified?
Yeah, it's
you can do what?
No, it's
Specified.
not prohibited.
You can do
Oh,
what?
it's not prohibited. Then you need to state it.
no, it's specified.
Is
At
it
least
specified?
in global war.
You can do what?
26 It is.
All right, so
What?
dependent player. What happens if they attack the Netherlands?
Attack the neutral.
What happens when you attack a neutral?
So maybe if you are if you decide you want, but the minute you attack a neutral, you have to decide your central powers. But if you attack, but you
Are the
can attack.
Netherlands leaning towards anybody?
Yeah, they're leaning towards.
But I'm
France.
attacking German
Yeah,
territory
so that's
here
problematic.
because that's victory conditions for me, and they can protect
So
it.
maybe
So what I
Japan
do
can
is-
switch sides as it suits them. But
As
once
it
they
is,
switch,
yeah.
That would
He's
become
just
very-
kicked France in the nuts here, so.
I think historically they just started building up and taking territories. Nobody could do anything about it.
I mean, they
Well, they
Russia
helped-
as
they
soon as
helped
the
the
revolution
British.
happened.
They helped the British take the Germans in World War One, right? And so then they, like you
They
said,
took
they
this
just started
and that,
growing.
and then they brought their destroyers into the Med for escort.
I mean, the British is the one that empowered the Japanese going into World War II, technically.
But
You guys come. I gotta go to the bathroom. You guys come up with a solution.
one of the things, man, is line 2. With that, but the problem is he's not on anybody's side.
I didn't hear the question. What's he
Uh,
asking?
If I do this, I attack
He's attacking
the
a neutral.
Netherlands, and I take territories from the Netherlands.
Well, see, he's changed that.
No, it
Japan, totally different.
It doesn't
The way
matter.
he used to do
It
things.
doesn't matter because
But
Japan-
Japan,
I
why would
could-
you attack
wait.
the Netherlands for?
as an independent player, I have independent victory.
But that's like giving someone free reign of the Pacific, because really.
You're the only one over there.
Yeah.
You're gonna
That's
take
why-
you're
That's
gonna
what I'm
take
saying.
the
It's
entire
not even
Pacific.
realistic.
You're
That's
gonna
why-
take Australia. You're gonna take everything.
Yeah.
That doesn't work.
That's why it needs
That breaks
to
the
be,
game.
That's why we're playtesting.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying, this is like Will was saying, he totally changed with the role of Japan.
I think when you do this, Japan would become a central powers
Yes,
nation.
yes.
If I
And
do,
you've
if I do
essentially-
something like this,
That would swing the Netherlands as
Well,
in
they
war.
weren't central powers.
and if I only
They weren't central
stay
powers.
and take
Who?
territories,
Japan.
Yeah.
They helped the British.
Right, I know.
But he's choosing to
he's
choosing to
attacking
become part of the Central Powers
A
instead.
pro-entente.
But
no.
that's like me saying, okay, screw it, I'm gonna be part of the Allies as Germany. I mean, you get.
I don't disagree with you.
do
I'm
we all
just saying what
get
he's
to Make
doing.
a decision what we wanna do.
No, the Allies will do this when I take territories from the Central Powers, and the Central Powers don't care because they have their home countries to defend.
The only thing I could think of, and this might be too much, but if you really want Japan to be able to go central powers, nobody had their eye more on Japan historically than the United States.
Exactly.
And the United States, even when Japan was part of the Entente or that alliance, the United States was always trying to go, whoa, guys, don't give them too much, don't give them too much. So maybe if you do want Japan to have that freedom, maybe the consequence is an American,
Interaction.
interaction.
I would even make it more simple. If Japan attacks an allied nation?
Can I see the alignment?
Yep, you can.
What's your income?
It helps.
14?
Yeah.
What's US income?
Starting out, it's 5,
Okay, so,
but it's wartime income
40
is
40 something.
I mean,
42.
okay,
I like the idea that gives the Pacific some stuff to do. They're just not sitting there other than the Germans that gets pushed off pretty quick. If Japan is independent or becomes like that, the US has to have the ability to
Yeah,
constrain them.
you don't have to follow history, but what you could do is that if
But we don't want
Yeah, hey
Japanese
guys,
rondels all
but-
over the place either.
before we go too far down this rabbit hole, we have to remember that the reason this happened is because he got bored and didn't want
I
to play
know,
the
I know.
Americans anymore. But we're trying to design a game that anybody anywhere can play. So do we put it in the rules if the American player gets bored, then he gets to go play Japan and take everything in the Pacific?
That's
Like,
what
why
it said.
should we be making
No.
any rules for this? Why shouldn't we just, okay, what's Japan's role? And you're right, there's a historical role. We need to stick to that. In other words, we're going the wrong way by telling him he can do whatever the hell he wants.
Well, that's
Well,
what Will
that's
said.
in the
Well, no, I'm just saying,
No.
Will's wrong.
Will's wrong
Because we're just doing that for today. That's not
Guys,
gonna work for the whole
guys,
game.
guys.
Will's rule gave us the option.
Can I
No,
just say something?
well-
Because I'm into Japan.
Hold on, Elijah. Will's rule that he originally wrote, that we started with, gave us the option of aligning Japan or aligning China.
Right.
We chose Japan. With the Entente said Japan.
The
They're-
only reason
They're
why-
not independent.
No,
Just a
I know
second.
they're not independent. And that's
The
why this
only-
is all
no,
wrong.
Guys, come on, give me something. The only reason why that was possible is that there was no independent Japanese player.
And there still isn't.
But you
We're
could-
designing a game for
Ryan,
everybody in the
Ryan,
world, not just for the people in this room.
I heard you. Let me talk. The only reason why we started out with choosing this is because there was no independent Japanese player. But you could start out with a Japanese player.
It was a random event that we had to make a decision off of.
Oh.
And even if you had been sitting here with the Japanese box waiting patiently, are they going to pick me or are they going to pick China? We picked Japan. It was a random event that he already had written in the rules. And now we're trying to re-wicker it,
Well,
which is okay. But
I don't think you're gonna get this
Not-
many players in a game when you look at how many players that are, get to take a turn.
well,
I
it's
don't
not
think that
just
Japan,
that.
I don't think Japan will ever be one player, one guy playing
Yeah, I
Japan.
agree.
Yeah.
It needs to be
That's what
piggybacked
I'm
on
saying
someone
here.
else.
Well, it's not just that, but he
Oh, yeah,
designed it
there
in
is-
such a
there
way
is
that was somewhat following historical. He had a good reason for giving us the choice of picking Japan or
Yeah.
China.
It is what
We picked Japan. You're in the,
that's because China got an independent.
no, a random event existed regardless.
It's not a random event. It's a
I think
It
that's a
was.
choice you
No,
make
it's
in the
a choice
beginning.
you
Yeah,
make
it's
at
a
the start
choice
of
you
the
make
game.
at the beginning of every
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
But,
So if you would start over the game, you wouldn't have a choice. If I was playing Japan, you would just say you get China.
Let's wait till Will gets back. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I think what needs to happen is when you make that choice,
This will break the game.
Yeah, that's just the wrong thing to do to the whole game.
when you make the decision, like I said, Japan's going to be allied, right? Was that the decision? It was
Yeah.
allied?
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Entente, but yeah,
I'm sorry.
on the Entente
Yeah.
allied side.
Okay.
Entente.
But if say no, you're going to take China, and then Japan. To me, if you make that choice, Japan should lean towards Central Powers. Correct.
Yeah, you
Right.
got more options if you have an independent player. So
I don't want them to be independent because now you're saying they're going to go rogue. They can't. They need to be
Yeah.
aligned with someone because now, like I said, we're going to have rising sun Ronalds because there's no one else.
then you
there.
should start out with
Unless-
them being aligned. With
un-
Well, they need
they're
to
not
be-
a player nation.
they are.
That's what we're trying to tell you.
They need to
They're
be.
not a player
They need
nation.
to be a lot.
You're
weak.
not gonna ever have a guy come in, okay, I'm gonna be the Japanese guy. That's never gonna
They're
happen.
going to have to be weaker because I think he did is he upped the Japan economy for this, or he's going to have to modify the U.S. because just going. China, say y'all pick China, it goes allied. Okay, they're going to go say they go Central Powers. that means they have to keep them in check. So we have to make sure we've got enough stuff here to keep them in check, because they're not real strong. The U.S. is a little stronger, but I think we weakened them a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a problem with that. If he picks this as the allied player, then this goes for Central Power. I think it needs to go one or the other. I don't want an independent nation, because Will's like, well, they're really independent. There's no who's independent.
No, there is.
Remember
no
last year
independent.
too, when if you remember last year, Japan was also with the Entente last year, and within a couple of those turns, they've got their islands. There's nothing else for them to do.
They were getting.
They actually came over here. We had Japanese fighting up here by the end of the game, because they have so much and they can go so fast with I took down the German. Now all of a sudden you got Japanese fighting in Europe. That's what happened last year.
Yeah.
We probably need to reel them back.
I do. I agree. And then you one side or the other. They need, if you pick one to go central, the other one needs to go allied.
Do they do anything in the Russian Civil War, or is that represented at all?
No, I don't think so.
Because
in real life, I don't think they did. Then
they did. They did get involved in the Russian Civil War.
How much?
That I couldn't tell you. Other than you had Japanese, American, and British forces, in Siberia all the way up to here, and
a lot of folks did that, but then they left. And
so,
the Americans wanted the Japanese out of there,
guys.
But
what about this? Japan has to pick a side before it does any attack.
Who's Japan?
Japan.
No.
Japan's not a player nation. It's just weird that you're playing Japan.
It is a player nation now.
No, they're not.
No, they're independent.
We're developing a game that we played every other day, not just today.
They're basically a very important minor.
This is an important.
That's what they are.
This is an important question, though. If at the beginning, it's an important question, if at the very beginning, let's say we would have picked China, and they might have become Central Powers, then you might have America and China fighting Japan in this theater. Because that could have happened by this game's rules, regardless.
If you look at table 2.2, you have independent Japan, independent Italy. They can be played by players. If you don't have a player for Japan, you could roll a dice and say that the outcome is that it goes to the Entente or it goes to the Allies. And so it becomes controlled by one of both sides. You could do that.
I think
you could, if it's an independent play,
are important minors.
as soon as Japan attacks a territory, it chooses a side. If it's neutrals, it chooses the side of the Central Powers. If it's allied, it chooses the side.
Oh, you missed quite a bit.
Good.
There's an argument going on.
The Central Powers, it chooses the side of the Allies. And so you get a lot of options at the start of the game, which is really good for a game like this. It's still a game. And even if there were Japanese in the middle, it's an option.
How about Japan can hold their options open?
I think
as long as they want. And then they decide.
Yeah.
They're too powerful.
Decide after they've taken up to this much of the board?
They're too powerful. And
there's nobody over there to stop them.
What if though, when the Americans do not like the Japanese?
Okay.
So what if the Japanese do go Central Powers, you get America and China as their enemies in the Pacific?
So how about when you attack a Central Power, then if you attack Russia, you've joined the Axis. If you attack China, you've joined the Axis. If you attack anybody but the Axis, you're pretty much joining. If you want to join the Allies, great. If you want to join the Allies, you gotta attack Germany and be the Allied cause. But if you attack anybody else, you're Central Powers.
I'm guessing there's a reason the Imperial Russians had some guys here.
That would put him in the Central Powers camp.
So we were deciding, okay, well, what happens if he attacks the French now?
Yeah.
Is it just French controlled? Because
there's no control. It's allied.
So French puts Surroundel on all those things down there.
It is independent as long as it is played neutral without attacks. If it starts attacking neutrals or allies, it is in the CP camp. If it starts attacking CP camp, it is in the allied camp. If it decides to attack the allies, there should be some balancing out. Maybe allow double rolls for USA.
Or the USA goes to war. or something.
That's my
Yeah.
That
Ma-
USA would
How
automatically
how
go-
valuable?
Yeah, because they're like, whoa, the Americans
Yeah, sure.
and you know what? By extension, it wasn't 10 years before that
think-
Japan and Russia had a war.
I think we should play it
So
like
the
that. because
Russians
it's-
probably nervous
Yeah,
It's
too.
but
not-
see, the
it's
problem, go ahead.
But as a Japanese player, you need options. You need to weigh out, what am I going to do this game?
Japanese
And
should
you
be
get a
minor.
lot of options for the rest
minor.
of
Yeah.
the game will be very variable, and I really like that.
I'm
But the
kind of
problem
with you on
is-
that one.
Yeah.
This is the problem
I
that
don't
I have with
Really
it,
nice.
Okay.
is that there isn't a Japanese player. The only reason we have a Japanese player in this room today is because of
No,
random events.
No,
So
that's a
no, no, it's
shame.
not
if
true.
we're
Yeah,
designing a
game.
game for somebody to play tomorrow
no,
in
no,
some other place,
no. There is an option at the beginning of the game to have an independent Japanese player.
Every game.
Every game. It's
you're
not a
gonna have
random
that many
event.
players. You're going to have that many players show up for a game.
We have it in global. So
We have it-
basically,
we
you
have
have
we have
two
it
choices
today.
when you start this game. You can assign a Japanese player,
Yeah.
and an Italian player if you want, and they can both be completely independent of each other, or you can have them be like minor neutrals if you don't have enough people and you don't want to play that way.
And like he said, if
So
you don't,
there's totally a provision for it.
So I didn't know that. Okay.
So
yep, and
it
like,
wasn't just that event. But,
I try to explain it.
yep, and
No,
like,
I
It
you-
still
agree,
doesn't make
but
any sense
I
to me,
don't
though.
agree with
well,
you.
we're playing a global game.
Because I
I
think
mean,
it
it doesn't
only,
make
you
sense.
could flip a
Up
coin.
Like
or
he was
dice
saying that
too
you guys
if
tested it
nobody's
last year.
there.
The Japanese
To
guys
make
made
that
it up to
decision,
here.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
there's nothing
Italy and
historical about
Japan
that.
ought to very seriously be considered as like important minors, but non-players.
You don't want the same game.
No, you don't want the same
And
game
you-
every time, and this is opening up
There
so
shouldn't
many
be a player.
possibilities.
Doug thinks
I,
you up.
I love it.
Is that true? Because they are
It's
kind of.
out of the
If-
out of the
if they
mind, you
pick-
know.
Yeah.
Japan is their ally, this should go more Central Powers. And if they start doing something, they should be able to go to war with them. I mean, you flip one or the other,
Yeah.
they shouldn't have their own player. They're so minor that they should be piggybacked
but-
into someone
But
else.
no, I disagree, Doug, because Japan.
Well, you can disagree, and I heard you. I'm just saying,
Yeah, but let me answer.
I've already heard. I mean, Will and I need to make a decision on this.
You already
because-
heard. You don't know what I was going to
No,
say.
I've already
Let's
heard-
hear what Doug's going to say. I want to
No,
hear
we've been
because
discussing this for 20 minutes.
Huh?
Okay,
Who says I'm going to say the same
but
thing?
it doesn't matter.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Okay.
We need to move on this because
Now, you need
we're
to make
saying in
wise-
1914, Japan was this. Last year, they got this big because they went whatever.
They had
And we don't,
800,000
I
man
don't
army.
want that. I mean,
Yeah, but why do you want it? Please explain.
because I'm historical board. I want something that at least this is an historical game. I want to contain it historically. I still want things to happen, random events, all the things, but I don't want it to go, well, Japan just went crazy because they're a rogue nation.
But the historical option is still there.
You got to give Germany the option that if I want to go allied, I can over here, and then I'll wreak havoc because I can do whatever I want. I mean,
Okay,
we
well, so
gotta
then
be able
there's
to do-
another way that they've done it before in another game where it can waffle back and forth.
I think Japan has had ambitions in that time, and those ambitions extended into World War II. And
Sure.
I think historically, you have the option to play historically. But if we play a game historically, then like Global War 36, the Axis will lose. The idea is to start out from a historical point of view and have options.
But they were concerned about Japan enough so that they didn't want to anger them by bringing China into the war.
Most of their strength came through the
So
inner
the
war.
question is, how are you going to balance it out?
Balance what out?
The fact that there's nobody to stop them.
If Japan decides to turn on the Allies,
Oh, you got China, America,
You got
and
China.
maybe Russia.
America's
then
not
you're
in the war.
talking about
Well,
options
they will be. They
to,
could be.
to contain.
Elijah, I said that from the beginning. If they went turned on and they went basically Central Powers,
Yeah.
they would have to go allied and they
I
would
know.
be allied. But we would have to relook at stuff because we think we gave them a little bit more and them
Yeah.
to keep things
But you're on
balanced.
2 feet. You said you say I said that from the beginning, but you're also saying they have to be neutral.
Who has to be neutral?
Japan.
We're saying they're minor. They're a minor nation, like Italy.
Well, it was about romp all over me.
We don't have like Brian was saying. Right now, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I think
I'm saying you piggyback 2 of those.
I think if you put Japan, if Japan chooses to go into the Central Powers camp,
Okay.
you give America wartime income, and America can go after Japan.
Well, think
And
about it.
that would be a real thing to think about when Japan would choose to do that.
Yeah.
And it could still be an independent player, but you could also say it starts attacking anything.
What if we have a random event where they switch sides? What if we make them weaker, and then per random events, the Japanese can all of a sudden change the side to the Central Powers?
You could give that option. An event that takes place, but an event that the player can choose to.
But it wouldn't if it wasn't a player nation. You know what I'm saying? If it was like somebody else.
So you make it
controlled
minor neutral, and you get an event.
So I heard
Japan.
you guys talking back and forth.
Yeah.
Let me
We weren't talking. We were yelling.
Yeah. Let me give you.
I was
So a
crying.
lot of people, they would like to play World War One.
Yeah.
And some people would like to have more creative ways of playing the games.
Yeah.
So you could have the base game being historical, and then you could create either expansions or optional rules, or
Which we always do.
with more.
We could create maybe we create a separate scenario.
You could have
Scenario
expansions.
1 is World War I, bang. Scenario 2 is
More options.
1914
Japan goes.
And zombies.
and with but basically,
But
yeah.
I've seen this 100 times. People come over to HBG and play. Delajah's big on Japan, so he's going to fight for everything Japan. Misha
I wanted
loves
an independent
Russia.
Japan.
I've had people come over and say, Italy, they're not strong enough. They should have this or that because they're big under the Italian player. So there's a lot of people that want certain nations to do some things, but we can't. Brian wants certain things, and I'm like, no,
I don't want anything, dog. I want you to help this game.
And I said we understood.
No, but it's like I don't have a hidden agenda for Japan.
You might have a little one.
No, I don't.
All right. So what was your idea?
I'm not here to win.
We've already heard it. I'll tell you.
All right. No more. All
So
right.
what are we going to do then?
So
How are we
how
gonna
about
move
two
forward
scenarios then? We have a whole scenario, and the other scenario we open it up a little bit more.
The problem is if you give him, it goes back to this. He was going to attack this.
No,
Right.
I'm just asking if it's possible.
Yeah,
you know?
if he was going to attack this,
Mm-hmm.
all of a sudden,
You need clarity.
the
on the
U.S.
rules,
is going to
so-
go to war.
Yeah.
Right? China is going to go to war against. They're going against Japan.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is the numbers might be skewed, and he might be kind of strong. I mean, his money is 14, which is not overly strong.
No.
It's not like he's going to buy a lot of battleships. I mean, he does have some stuff there.
He's
But
flying
those
a
numbers might have to be looked at.
And it splits. The U.S.
Yes.
gets in, and they come over this
Because
way.
I think we weakened them for this game, and they
Well,
might have
that
to be.
brings in the U.S. a lot earlier, so you may even consider an option.
Jack,
Given the U.S.'s focus about isolationism, maybe the U.S. only is at war with Japan.
Yeah.
maybe the U.S.
that's the
can't come
outcome.
into the war.
That's not
Mhm.
out of the question. We have precedents for that with Global 36, even
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
USSR. So
And you could even
Yeah.
allow
One,
China to.
One thing you want to consider, something bigger picture, is that you're trying to tie all your games together. What's this going to do to World War II then?
Well, it's not what people think. Just because you grab all these territories, you start with World War II. What it is you might have like you dominated Africa. Say Germany had colonies in Africa at the end of the game. At the beginning of World War II, you might be able to maintain 1 or 2 colonies there or there.
Okay.
It's not just like whatever you took.
Well, I
It does
realize
give
that,
you-
yeah.
It does
We
give
have
you in the next system.
The system basically is as you win and you get victory points. Hopefully, if it works out, you'll use those victory points to buy advantages in the next war.
Mhm.
So let's say maybe you're you know, Japan, and you've taken over every island in here, and you've
Okay,
got
well,
some
I'm
victory
playing
points, you might be like, hey, I'm starting with this and
No, it
this
was
and
actually
this
Alicia, but I can't.
instead of
Oh,
my
Alicia
normal
playing
starting
US?
territories.
Yeah.
I thought he was
And
playing
you-
Russia.
Well, we gave him both because
What are you playing?
UK. Brian's got France. We figured we had enough.
The other
Okay,
thing is he had a choice in the beginning, China or Japan. So he picked Japan,
Yes.
and now Japan's gone.
Yes, and
So how do
Give me a
we
sec.
do that?
Yes.
okay. So we're gonna tweak this later. We don't have time to mess with it now. His income is 14. He wants to possibly attack other things. If he does attack here,
Neutrals.
he
or
becomes
allies.
Central Powers,
Yeah.
correct? But we need to up the US now. We need
Look,
to give him some stuff.
Doug, the U.S. goes to 46 in 1915. They're going to get 20 or 30 extra points a turn.
I'm just saying they don't have anything
Doesn't
here.
matter. They're not gonna
But
I mean,
if they're gonna grab a bunch of stuff.
So what?
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
It does matter.
No,
because
it doesn't matter
didn't
because-
happen that way.
But I mean, the only thing I could think of was, you know, if we let Japan attack, you know, God forbid they come over here with their transport and hit America with no forces.
No,
on
but
it.
But Doug is clear. He wants to be this
Maybe-
historical game.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
then you have to take out the options, put them in an expansion. It's as simple as that. And it's going to be a great
I didn't
expansion.
say
Japan
take
goes
it out.
wild.
I never said take it out.
I'm taking out for now.
I said I don't want Japan all over the Pacific before U.S. can gear up and do anything about it.
But-
they should be able to. They shouldn't be able to take.
I
them
do
very
have a
much.
random event where the Japan and the U.S. have a conflict.
Yeah.
But let me work on it from that angle. And it may be that, you know, all of a sudden the Central Powers player gets a turn with Japan.
But is that ramping up of the U.S. at 46 going to be enough if they have to fight a two-ocean war?
For what?
But they're not fighting a two-ocean war on that side yet.
When they do. Right now, it's designed for a one-ocean war.
They'll
Bring
get
everything into Europe.
if they go into
I'm
the
saying
war
if they have to
right away,
contain
though.
Japan, do they have enough money at the way it's designed? That's what I'm saying. You might have to make some adjustments. I don't have a problem with the Japan becoming the Central Powers, but we have to adjust for the U.S. You know,
The U.S. has a lot of money.
Yeah, what if because America
you
only
didn't hear what I
gets
said.
America only gets 5 when it's not at war, but it gets 42 when it is.
Once it goes to war, they're getting
And
lots
so,
and lots
Will
of money
Japan
every
get any
turn.
more money?
No.
Will they all get 14 even if they go to war?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're at 6 before they go to war. So they're at 14. If they don't go to war with us right away, they're at 6. The whole game until they're at war. So they're not really getting that much money.
No, they're rolling 1d6
No.
to get extra income.
Are they?
Who
On the
does?
USA sheet.
No, you're not the USA, Japan.
You're talking about
Japan's
Japan.
peacetime income
Look.
is half its independence.
You're talking about Japan, Elijah. Sorry.
Japan's income would be 7 until they decide to join a side.
And then it goes to 14. Correct?
Well, no, it's only if they're independent, they're at 7.
Oh, so he can't go past 7. Oh, well,
We're gonna-
that
we're
might
gonna-
be good. As long as he can't go up,
Because then if they're in
play it. I don't have a problem with it.
because then if
Try it.
if they're you might want to try it to see how it goes, but
Go rogue on us.
Well, no, here's the thing: is like we got to play test this to make sure the mechanics work out, and this mechanic is not developed enough to play test.
If it's 7,
So
that would be gone.
So going back to square one then why'd you give him the free?
well, this is why we wanted to have a global game. If we don't have if our goal is to have a global World War I game, nothing happens over here except
The game, what he does in the Pacific right now. So I
It's
say,
when he builds up and comes over here in
well,
about
he
3
won't.
years.
For,
He's not gonna do
for
that.
the game's sake, you say you can't get into the canal. Okay? The
You
Suez.
can't enter the Med.
You can't.
Can't go past the Cape.
But let's just say, I think the U.S. will be able to contain them over there.
yeah,
But we'll
especially
see. We'll play it.
I'll get a bunch of money as the U.S.
Independent. You're not central or allied.
Yeah.
And depending on what you want to do, if you attack a allied, you're going to be central powers, and
if you attack a neutral, you go
Yeah.
Central Powers. If you attack the Axis,
I
Any
stay
more?
independent.
well, you've already attacked the Axis, but
But I stay independent if I attack Axis. Because they cannot defend in this region because their home countries are at war over there.
So
That,
he
that
can,
would be logical.
so he can attack.
Yeah.
German,
Yeah.
which
The
having most of those. Well, they didn't have the Marshalls, I guess.
Does anybody know where the Americans?
Did they have the Marshalls in World War II?
I haven't
No.
been all day.
Japanese.
I think they went to America.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So.
What's
So
What's
then what if
underneath
the,
is that
No,
your
they
stuff?
start out.
Looking for the
Yeah,
American
no,
box.
Yeah, I started looking around.
You might be right. And I think
Let me
that's
check.
why
We have
these
Google.
went. Okay, go. Whose turn
I
is it?
don't know what we're doing over here.
I think you were finishing up, right? It's US's
Well,
turn.
Okay, I
was-
haven't,
All right,
nobody's.
we're
found
gonna
the
let an
US
independent
box.
Japan do what they want.
I'm gonna do.
And then-
Who's got the US?
I've looked,
Elijah had it.
So what do
I've
you,
looked high and
you're
low.
going,
for
Elijah, where's the US box?
It's still.
move that far.
Okay.
There's a major harbor.
But didn't the transport move 2?
Wow.
Or did we increase it to 3?
1, 2, 3
With
from
a
the
ma-
major.
With a major harbor.
1, 2, 3, okay. All right.
No.
Well, how
Hey,
did
man,
you get down
if
to
it's
the
not
Netherlands
above
then?
5, I can count it.
How did you get down to the Netherlands then?
What do you mean?
Well, he was down in the Netherlands. That's what started this whole.
Yeah, I'm here.
argument.
So 1, 2, 3.
So you're invading
Oh, so
Netherlands.
you've got
No,
more.
I'm not doing it now
Okay.
because I would bring America at full income against
Hey.
me.
Come
There you go.
join the Central
And-
Powers, man.
And we'll test this because
And there's another thing, because
if it doesn't work,
wouldn't that cut off credit line to the Central Powers? Wouldn't that cut off their credit line from the
I
Americans?
thought the
We've
credit
already-
line
you
went
took the
away.
credit line
stopped that.
out, but yeah, it's going to affect that
Oh,
deal.
Too.
oh, there isn't.
No, you're back to your normal income.
Oh,
Good credit, bad credit, no credit.
no credit.
Don't
Yeah,
come to
when
me.
Germany buys here,
I'm in
this
the
next turn,
car.
I'm buying off the reduced amount.
Oh,
All right.
So you'll
okay.
be buying off
Shouldn't-
reduced.
all right.
That's, sounds fine.
So Doug, we better reinforce, baby.
Uh,
Yeah. What? We're gonna get jacked here and jacked here.
An ally player?
Yeah.
That's because I have to come
Entente,
over
yeah.
and help you all the time.
So,
No, it's
so
because we just got
Russia's
Italy.
with the Entente, so
Yeah,
keep
that
that
too.
in
You've
mind.
got Italy,
That's
Italians are all over the place.
because you rolled
I
terrible.
have the allies.
All
Well,
good.
yeah, that
kidding me?
would be
You
your
guys are
prerogative.
steamrolling.
So US is finishing up.
I didn't see what you
The
wrote
US
there.
has to.
I'm gonna go ahead and go. Did you
Yeah.
already do the events? You did
Yes.
Events, right?
I didn't see-
Senussis revolted and took this, and the other thing was something else I forgot.
What,
So
what was
move the
the event?
camera over here for Doug.
What was the random event? I mean,
The Senussis
scripted.
attacked. There is no scripted. You're thinking
That's right. There was a
There was Italians join
Gotta go down a bit.
punished manpower. Yeah.
So
Gotta
is
go
my
down a bit.
artillery still bad?
till 1916 -1.
There you go.
Just an ammunition shortage.
So
Okay.
when you did roll for the Italians, or did that taking this out make it to the number there?
No, because if it was less than 4
No.
or 8 or more,
Japan took control of the Marshall Islands at the beginning of World War I. It says
yes,
Yeah.
they
this
took
is
the
historically-
Germans.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why
this is
They took what the Germans had.
it's actually falls right in with your.
in 44.
Misha?
Yep, I'm planning.
Americans landed.
No. I need you to move my transport, my plane down. You and the battleship. For those that I got these men.
People want to know why the streams broke up into so many parts.
Because we kept having technical difficulties.
Yeah. Sorry. How much was it?
Because YouTube.
Honestly,
I think it was our
false,
router.
no camera.
So I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna try to align Denmark, Belgium.
1,
and,
2, 3, 4.
Mario thinks the camera has. Do you have a pause
I
on
know
the
they can
camera?
fight. Oh yeah. And Denmark.
Can this one pause or?
No.
No, so
Reading
it's not.
everybody's comments on
not the
here,
camera.
So you know.
What's
Yeah,
that?
what do they say?
They're saying Elijah is very unreasonable.
Yeah, I am.
Trying to become
I
independent
knew everyone
number
did.
one.
It's not reasonable, it's called stubbornness.
I must possibly play on 36 map. You can't play this on 36 map because territories are different. Hilltop, pillbox,
Yeah,
turkey, casting
Exchange
off.
that we just had,
Turkey.
we have it all the time.
Yeah, but it's good.
We have a
A
long
lot of turkey people here. Weird Japan
But
rules to be
I'm
safer in
glad
expansion
you,
pack or at least alignment conditions should be reminiscent.
Recognize yourself in me.
Oh, yeah. Trust me.
Thanks everybody.
Mhm.
Comment. A global
Come
game.
up with what is left and do.
I gotta kick some butt over here.
You do need to kick some butt.
I don't know what I'm gonna do though.
Well,
He's got so much more than
I would say you're really gonna need to reestablish a trench line and get at least 6 guys
Yeah.
in unit.
4. I can bring 2 over here, you
Yeah.
know, and build some more there.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
But I was trying to put pressure on him. I'm gonna take my pressure back.
Yeah, we need some we got some pressure down here finally.
So I'm going into here.
In the
Pressing down.
and all that. Pushing down on me.
Hey, Will,
Nowhere to go. Yeah.
move Germany up 2 and Russia down 2.
Germany up 2, Russia down 2.
I took your Prussia back. My Prussia.
Yeah, that's
2.
My
Right.
Prussia.
What happened?
My Prussia.
Why is today's stream broken up in so many parts? Technical difficulties.
Yeah, it's
I think Japan should have victory objectives most in favor of choosing the central power tower by the immediate entrance of US and China. China choosing the side of Japan.
China's a neutral country.
That was the other thing. Like we made a choice. We chose Japan,
Mm-hmm.
and then we lost them.
Well,
Like we would have chose China if we would have known that.
Alex
Yeah.
says I disagree.
that's a great move, but I'm not.
Maybe
I'm gonna
maybe it won't be a choice for
You could do an attrition attack across there.
I can't. I don't have enough men.
No,
You don't
No,
need
you
men.
just
You're
use
just
your
using
artillery.
cannons.
Oh, okay.
you use 5, 6, 7,
I was
8 at
expecting
one.
you to do that.
Thin them out, baby. Thin them out.
1.
1-1.
you know, I think.
Oh, that's too bad, Doug.
I get it.
I was really going for you. Thanks.
yeah. Play tested.
Well, you know, we
Yeah.
got China on that one too, so.
I just moved
gives
that one
so
up,
much
so I can't
For
do
me?
anything.
Oh,
No, I was saying, I just moved those up. I can't do those. I free move those over.
What happened to the chart?
What chart?
The
Oh, I stole it because I was about to use it.
oh, okay.
I
Go
mean, I'll
ahead.
get it to you for recording.
Sure. Yeah, because I was writing stuff on it.
Keep track of this, right?
What do we got in
No.
Austria? Just these guys?
What is a Nova? I'm cool with that.
And
No,
there may be
whatever.
a way to,
Unless my
Still
brain has to ache,
incorporate.
the more,
I'm going to make it simple. Everything's going to be 10 times simpler. Let this be a lesson to you. Make sure you work on 62.
but you know,
Not to
maybe,
get away.
I
Yes.
try not to. I'm a simple guy.
All right, so Doug is working there. Then it's going to be Britain.
I'm ready.
Simple man with simple pleasures.
Brains.
Oh, what's this funky round Brits?
That's Brits.
Round down.
Brundle.
Should be using the.
You're gonna lose.
You're my Canadian.
No, man.
They're stormtroopers. Roll
They're not.
5s.
They got bayonets.
You're not stormtroopers
I
yet.
want them to be
You're not that yet.
Speaking
One
of that,
hit.
I think I'm gonna get some of those from Doug.
Get it, Doug. Get it.
No. My last night.
Last one. You got 3 rounds.
Bob.
Will.
Yeah.
You lose
There's a
one.
reckoning coming there.
Mhm.
Tell it to bring beer.
I reckon.
2 parts liquor.
Oh man, you want to see these games get crazy?
All right, are we ready?
You being
Yeah.
US. Just remember,
Or say.
Oh, yeah.
Japan can.
I got.
Oh, hand me my stuff introduction. No, I'm just saying, Japan can do stuff, possibly.
I got ships on the board coming now.
Just watch them.
Yeah. Oh, I've been watching him right next to me, so I can read
Are we
into
ready?
his soul.
I'm ready.
Can I go?
Really?
All right.
Are you done?
Can you move up my
You can go.
two British ships?
You can go, yeah.
Both
All right,
those.
I'm gonna stay over here
One,
from the Japanese
two.
perspective and look and see what.
All right.
Which fish?
1, 2, 3.
So when do the Americans go?
The end, I think.
Oh, right after Russia. Okay. Well, I get a 1-2 bam there, I guess.
Yeah, so make sure you buy them both at the same time.
I can't lend lease to myself, can I?
I'm gonna give myself $100. You don't have 100. So what?
All right. So that's an.
Which one you gonna go
Oh.
for?
So first, we're going to start with Belgium. Little Belgium, right? Belgium. No.
No.
Denmark. No. I'm loving it. And Norway. No. Beautiful. And then tanks at 7. Come on. Now I'm rolling the opposite way. And counter battery. That was a well spent $5. All right.
Well, that sucked.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay then.
And then in terms of actual attacks, are we going to be able to use the blow up?
You
If you
can
want to.
We haven't been.
We haven't been because these are not that much smaller actually.
I
Well, they're a
used
little
it.
bigger.
I used it in the
What do you need it
beginning.
for?
Well, if I move Brits into this territory,
Then it gets crowded.
yeah.
I was
I'm
using
just-
it in the beginning.
I was just telling you that I was going to move Brits in there.
Here, let me just see what we got here.
Okay. Put this attack right here. So I got some Turk, Ottoman. Who's my Ottoman friend?
That'd be Morton.
Yeah.
All right, 3 infantry. I don't even know what they attack at. And then the cavalry. Which 2, right? 3.
Oh, infantry.
Yeah, so I'm attacking that guy. Yeah. I'm at 4. Yeah. All right, 3 infantry. Got him.
Yeah.
Out. Out.
Get out of my country.
I mean, take your guy and run. No, there's no change in money on that
Give me
one.
back my job.
They
All right,
took
move.
our jobs.
Move.
Taking their job.
They took our jobs.
I'll go ahead and.
Oh, I like this one. I use this one in all my games.
What is it?
This is the Britannia or Britain. Not quite sure. Say it.
Retain,
Britain.
I think.
That's
Does that cost me more money or what?
What?
To buy it?
It's just a pre-dreadnought, right?
Just the same price of pre-con?
All right, and then.
I don't know.
I was using the
It's not a
Bardino.
special ship.
Okay.
Game.
I was using the Bardino.
We only have
as,
pre-dreads and dreads.
My
Well, the
turn.
Bardino
Somebody
wasn't.
All right.
pre-dread.
I'll go for Austria-Hungary.
I like that one because it's very steampunk. Very cool.
I'm gonna do 2 attrition attacks into Russia over
You're not gonna
here.
do any influence?
No, I'm gonna do. Nope, not doing any influence.
Oh,
2 attritions, nothing.
I could have got you so many times with that. I forgot about that part.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
3.
Will, you might not even be there anymore if I would have remembered that.
oh,
3, 4.
File
You
this
guys
one.
over here.
That's a super bummer.
File that one.
Gonna move a couple
I don't
guys
need it.
there.
All right.
Wipe your bum with it.
Put it where I put all my
And-
important junk.
All your important paper.
Are these accurate?
No, well, yeah, but they don't have the 333, you know, try to.
Oh, okay.
Can you hand me my newly purchased ships?
Only Cleist or Misha, my favorite.
Please,
He's on our
Mr.
team.
Misha, kiss my
See, you didn't do
I mean,
it.
I'm sorry, I said it wrong. I knew
Yeah.
I was wrong for a
Yeah,
second
do it
there. I
right.
don't know how. It just felt wrong, right?
Yeah. I'm the wrong guy in the
Who's,
right
who's
place.
playing, guys?
And
And then me,
You are?
Oh,
Francis.
Mr. Hungry can't do a whole lot, but tighten up. Okay. And then we got place. Okay, how many can I place? Here, two more.
tight too much.
Okay, there's two guys
Two and
there.
6 and 2 inside. Broke it out.
Actually, place.
All right.
Militia
That's why it wouldn't go up.
there.
They gave me the count right here.
Yeah.
0, 200. Yeah, it was 3 something, the original one.
Oh, yeah, you
Nice.
kind of,
Yeah, it broke it. I didn't realize it was a limit either.
I use too much words.
I was thinking. I'm always thinking.
No, I use too much words.
I know. I know, you do that when you talk to me, and I'm like, I don't understand what you're saying, Elijah.
All right, Austrian Hunger's done.
200 words.
Okay, so
And I understand, because
Austrian Hungry is all done.
English is not your native.
I'm going for,
And
I use my
I'm
words.
using different. and
Ready?
I'm like, I don't understand what you're saying. What are you looking at me for?
oh, you ready?
Well,
Because you're on the
for
other
what?
side, you have to witness this.
I don't have to.
I'm going for the weapon that I've been advancing all along. Missed it. I should have been going for this thing over here, so the Netherlands. Nope. And there was another one I wanted. What's your name? You know, what's his name there?
You
Romania.
have some stuff.
Come on, General.
So that's that.
Not like
So
$10 about America.
then
Say that. I don't know.
we are going to,
I think they have some stuff.
Yeah.
Could do well.
I used to, have. I used to do
ooh, he's got a fighter now.
I could pay what I was saying.
Ooh, look at you.
I used to be able to sit on them,
And he's got four. This is more than me and more than me. Well, you know, I think I'm just going to take a shot with my cannons then, this time, which is 6 of them. 2, 4, 6. But I got to roll once. 1 hit. So that is this guy.
Yeah, not a problem. I trust you, Elijah.
Uh-oh.
We've been working together for a while.
I don't know.
Years. Pay me is 27.
It's been years, though.
Make some money, I make some money.
Cool.
So then non-combats. Here you go.
Did you
Non-combats.
just touch my infantry?
I just shot my cannons over the border.
You can place.
So
But that's one random event.
Yeah.
Oh,
also
but they
here.
cost 1 extra.
But
And you have to have the. I don't think you can place them in a captured territory, can you?
I don't know. I mean, it's very powerful if you can do it. But you could have a rule that you can only place militia if there's no.
I'm gonna build a carrier.
Oh, the Flugzeugdampfer.
Yeah, that.
Oh, Flugzeug stands for airplane.
Build a camel.
And I think Dampfer is steam powered.
units wherever there's a Mantar
Build a
you cannot
camel.
place infantry class.
I've had no capacity to build one yet.
Yeah, well,
This is-
Russia, I mean, you got
Did we
some
say not
desert
in
over
captured
here
territories?
that you really need them for.
Too much?
There's deserts there. I mean, Russia, there's not really any need for it.
I don't know.
You know,
Germany, I'm not fighting, and who were fighting, the Ottomans, the British.
did they ever use camels in the tundra for anything? Because they can handle cold too, can't they?
yeah, but they would sink.
The hoofs ain't big enough.
Oh, I know it would use husky sleighs.
Yeah, you can put snowshoes on them.
Yeah,
Into the
no.
house.
Only place.
Well, I know out here we got a lot of husky sleighs. Those are the Chukchi people. Chukchi, I think they're called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's next?
You're gonna see the Ottoman, the
Ottoman.
British, and neutrals build the camels.
Not much to eat.
By the way, the Evenki and the Chukchi, even to this day, they use reindeer and dogs and pretty much live in yurts.
Well, today,
So I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Do the yoik?
like a strategy question.
Yeah.
First people,
What's a yuk tuk?
Don't know.
I thought maybe that was something Canadian.
No, there's Octo. So you can get t-shirt. You can get t-shirts. It's a University of Tuk to Yak Tuk, and it says Tuck You.
Oh, really?
There's no university up there. It's just like, I don't know, a couple hundred people there. It's a Aboriginal village.
They call it Nunavut because there's nothing there.
Not much. Just a vast territory. So I think it's the Ottomans now.
That's me.
And then I
Did you
think
want to look at the diplomatic thing?
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll be using 2 for Afghanistan.
Okay.
1 for 3. Nothing. That leaves me 12. 10.
Here, just pass me back the paper there. I'm gonna hang on to it because we got so many papers around it. Save some time. Hmm.
yeah, I mean, my maybe park out the road. I don't know.
Alrighty.
Depending on how much snow is in our driveway. And if it's just gonna melt
So I'm
off.
going to build 2 militias, cavalry, and 2.
Yeah, I'll probably park it. So as I said, Bo did respond, he's like, oh, this is kind of what I want you to speak on, and it'll be Sunday night. And, you know, I need the address. And I
What
need
you
to
doing,
know,
Sparky?
yeah, what's the expected
You up here?
attire? You know, I'll wear a button-down shirt and all that. I'll probably wear
That's what I'm.
a sports coat,
Tag-wise?
tie, and suit. But you know, it's just
Place.
all those kind of
What is that?
questions.
Is that like desert?
He wants
Yeah.
to talk to, or he wants me to talk about.
And of course I will be transporting
I've made my last
this
couple of
dude
games.
this dude
Storm steel home.
Okay, good.
Up here.
That one.
I had a damaged one, so I'll take that one.
Yeah. Cool.
and
Check it
then
out.
placing
Yeah. All right.
a dude here
College.
Ottomans are just ready to kill.
and a dude here. 2 dudes here. No, I can't. I only have 1 dude here.
Sneaky buggers.
I need help. Germany needs help. From
You
the
think?
Ottomans.
Yeah, I'm pushing up. I'm pushing up.
No, I need help over here.
Okay, well.
Okay.
Go to the 36 box there. Get a couple of air transfers.
Ottomans, Russia. Where's the Russians?
Russians, Mishka. Yeah, he went the other way. He wants to either. He probably went the restroom.
What's he?
Who's that? U.S.
He's getting surrounded here. He
Yeah,
can
he's
only one
well.
dude there. That's cool. We got him there. He's might. I don't know. He's
Who's playing Italy?
That'd be me.
France.
Because they're not affected by the Russia, the U.S. So they could go.
Okay. So I'm gonna buy 4 dudes.
And then Japan. Where's Delaja?
So
He
I'm
can't go anyway.
going to
This is from the old set, that Jeffrey Stein game.
Mm-hmm. German militia.
Militia, Platonic Mind with Jeffrey Stein.
And you got a lot of extra stuff in there. It's kind of hard to find stuff.
I got the Paris gun, dude. Pull that out. Start
This
pounding.
dreadnought, can this bombard without anything
Yes.
attacking?
No.
Gotta have a landing.
I was gonna have that in the game, but then it just
Is that an option for us, gun?
no, not in the main game. It's a big expansion.
No.
It looks cool, dude. Show everybody at home the Paris gun. Could be pounding Paris with that.
I should get it for free.
Should. There's a lot of cool stuff you should get for free. These tanks that HPG sells, these little guys, they should be
I don't know if I saw them.
ready to kill.
I'm gonna go with this guy.
These are the
This guy.
A7V.
A7V, dude.
All right then.
All right, so Italy's done.
No, I'm about to roll.
Oh, are you coming up on a amphib on me?
Yes, I am.
In the mountains, baby. It's gonna be.
Hey, that
Be
guy's
ugly.
Italian. You realize that I should have gone after that guy. No, I'm gonna go after you. So I've got one at one at 2, 1 at 2, and 1 at 3. Cruiser and
2 and a thing at 3. Pre-dreadnought.
2, 3. Oh. 3. Got you once.
Ooh.
And then I got 2
There's
dudes.
12 over here.
Doesn't matter. And my dudes, it's mount.
Okay. So,
You got 2 dudes.
yeah, wait a minute. I got more than that, don't I?
Nope.
You're coming into here.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I got one because you got one with a
Right.
for
right,
sure.
right.
2 hits.
Oh, yeah.
4.
Yep.
Ouch.
Worth it.
So, be interesting to find out how many I can put here. There's 3. Is there another territory over here? Is that the same?
It's all the same one.
Okay, so 3 of them going here. One of them going here.
All right.
And I guess I get $11 because he's taking that one off me. Done.
Okay. All right. And then that was the Italians. Russia, USA.
What year are we in again?
15.
Where's Misha? Misha. What?
See what's going
How much when you smoke?
Elijah, you're up. No,
Man,
never mind. We need
Hassa.
Misha first.
No, we don't need him first, do we?
Yeah, he's US too. Japan goes after it.
Where's Ned and Hassa?
Probably won't affect.
What's it called?
JD and HASA. I get special chances to align them.
Okay.
All right, well,
So I'll go prepare Japan. It's gonna be easy. Conquer the world.
Yeah, we're probably not gonna be affected by.
you're up, Chief.
Yeah, boy, I'm all ready.
What are you saying, Don?
It's that Oklahoma food.
Probably
All
not
right.
gonna
Don't
affect
forget
anyone.
that guy.
Don't touch me.
Okay,
For the Allies.
America, yeah?
Don't forget, no, it's
Russia.
Russia.
No,
Don't forget
go
that
ahead.
guy.
Do America first.
Okay, am I allowed to move out or anything if I'm not at war yet?
I don't think
Did
so.
you buy anything?
I bought, yep. Only one
Hey, where are
guy
these
goes on the
places?
board.
Okay, so
Any
US is
JD
done?
and
Oh,
Hassa?
Okay, yep, so I'm gonna go
Yeah.
Russia now. So he just
Did
landed,
you move
there's
that guy
Ned.
over?
huh?
So Elijah, you
Did
can
Did you
do
mean
that over?
Hijaz?
US is done.
Yeah,
Instead of
Uh,
HASA?
This one?
Did you mean that?
Nope, I'm
It's
just
the
going
same
as
thing.
Russia now.
It's one territory.
Yep,
It's just-
so,
Should be just
Like
that.
you paid money for it?
yep,
Okay.
all my purchases are
That
paid
one.
for.
It's one territory. It's called Najedno, but it's just not
Okay.
unfortunately named on the map.
Yep, fourth turn, so he's up.
That's it for the German territories here, right?
And you,
Yeah.
I will tell you, this could be confusing. You got fall, winter 15. So I'm assuming you mean November 15,
There's 3 turns. There's a summer, spring, and a fall, winter.
but it's not 3 turn, it's not
Yeah,
annotated the same way there. So it's just making a connection.
right.
I know what fall and
we'll
winter
We need,
are.
we'll
we want to follow that. It's
Right.
easier.
Okay.
But yeah,
But
Yeah,
then the people will
so
go, well,
just
there's no
mark it.
winter. There's no winter turn.
yeah,
there's
that
the
would be
winter turn.
November.
The names of the turns. People will. There's no winter turn. Over spring, fall.
I guess I'm just preempting that, but
But when it comes to
Will,
running your
You gonna shoot your
game,
cannons at them?
I'm gonna shoot my
It needs
cannons
to be
at you.
July,
So
November,
it's
March.
3 of them.
Now that I realize that that's a thing, I'm doing.
You gotta roll them at 1 the way.
Still, I mean, I could have done that
Yeah,
like
attrition.
3 times.
Actually, I have to have 6 or more infantry for you to do it.
Oh, right.
You have to be firing at a trench line. I'm firing
That's
a
right.
trench line for you because you're entrenched.
Aha. So
My guys are more spread out.
all over the fields and hills there.
Where are you fighting?
Well, from that.
Not Zarstan, Kiev.
So if that's not the case,
I mean, does that make it too confusing?
no, I just needed to be reminded. That's all.
We should have trench line markers.
Oh, how did he get a militia in there?
You
Buy
own the
it.
territory, so you
Cost
buy
3.
it.
Militia.
And that's even if only if there's a man symbol on there, right?
Only if there's a man symbol. If there's a woman symbol,
Well, that does.
Then you gotta build a woman.
you got to build a woman.
What if it's like half
Those
and
are-
half?
Great. Yeah.
Well, that kind of makes.
ISIS is running away.
Might as well just
from-
kiss your bum goodbye.
I know
People
that
coming
kind
back
of
from ISIS and saying they don't like it no
The
more.
caliphate is running away for women
That-
soldiers.
makes sense though, because there's a lot of sympathetic populations that live in that region. So, well, I guess so. I'm just gonna move stuff. 1, 2,
So
You
Japan's
only go
done.
2.
USA
Could I
needs to
go? Can I go 3 on a
USA's
strategic or a naval strategic move? Do I have to go 5 or
I
can
guess
I go
No,
less?
you have to go base to base.
I get some money.
Okay, so
So is the U.S.
I was
how's
here,
the U.S.
yeah.
income doing?
I could
Is
go
it
1,
increasing?
2. I'm just trying to help you out there.
Well, look over here.
Or that's not you. Trying to help out Bob.
Where's the US?
Even though Bob wouldn't be nice to me earlier.
So it's not rolled for.
when was I ever not nice for
It's
you?
not rolled for.
You wouldn't
Yeah, I
say
know.
yes,
Where's
please,
the
Mr.
US
Misha, sir.
First return.
Oh, I forgot.
Where's he
Oh,
rolling?
okay.
Move up.
It's a D6.
Then I'll move my ship up with you there.
Okay.
Misha, you got to roll for income for USA still for this turn.
Oh yeah, well I got mixed around.
No, don't worry.
I don't.
D6.
No,
It's a
sorry, it's a
D6.
D6. I gave you the wrong one. This one.
I was gonna say it don't count outside the box anyway. 6.
You roll better than I do. I had a 1 and 2.
So how much does America get?
14. Now, what options are open to them? That's what you want to look at. It's on the chart of what options
Yeah.
have been open to the United States.
I spent all that. So I'm at 14.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't see where that would be.
In the back.
Oh, there's more.
Okay, so you can, if Central Power has attacked, if Japan has attacked China, then the USA can start building ships and bases in the Pacific and up to 3 additional infantry, lend lease to any nation that has been attacked by Japan.
Is that what level means? Income level?
Income level,
You
yeah.
need to change that.
Okay, we're not at the point to be like
So
precise yet. Just-
No,
so for America, how much do I collect now?
what's your income level?
You just moved me up 6.
14.
So America's getting 14.
All right, let's roll for random events for 1915.
I'm not done with
Turn 2.
Russia yet, though.
All right.
we can still roll.
Now let's just keep it moving. I
Yeah.
don't think there's anything that's
Just
gonna.
don't make us wait on everyone's turn.
We gotta keep this moving. All right, so we got 2 events.
Good.
We've already done that one.
Oh,
Let's see.
so I can strategically.
Germans sign a secret agreement with Persia and gain control of 7,000 Persian gendarmes, place an Ottoman infantry and roundel in central Persia.
That sounds like bullshit to me.
Ottoman infantry and roundel.
Cool.
Okay, so
Looks like you might as well grab yourself a militia too.
No, just
That's a neutral militia.
So that
remove.
gets removed. Okay.
Say that on there.
All right. Nice haul.
Okay.
What do you have for me next?
Next, for Nadermeyer Hentig expedition.
Is this summer of
the
15?
Hergenbergen what?
Yes, German
It's a
Ottoman
Haagen-Dazs.
diplomats convince Afghanistan to join this interest.
It's the 4th turn.
Place an Ottoman roundel in Afghanistan and replace Afghan forces with Ottoman ones.
Just think of how much money you wasted trying to get
You got
Afghanistan.
something
Yeah,
about
yeah.
the British?
It makes me sad.
Okay, summer 15.
Gordon, what are you
No, it
doing?
must be a
I am winning the game.
Yeah.
I don't know how we.
Oh, Kiev is 2, isn't it?
No,
Yes,
it's
yes,
summer.
This is when we got
We're
the
spreading out
1915
gold.
-1. This is when we went to 2
Oh, no.
events. This is our second
First
time to 2 events.
Can I go into Europe?
Britain, you get
Hungary,
3 free rolls for Nijd.
That's why I was
take all this
Yes, you
instead.
get 3 free rolls for Nijd.
Leave the.
And Austria-Hungary gets 3 free rolls for Bulgaria.
We're on the 5th turn already.
Yeah.
All right,
So
so
you can
advance it,
take
please.
back?
The
Good.
victory, yeah. There we go.
Oh, you're behind me?
You get 3 free rolls in.
You get 3 free rolls for
He's out of
Nijd.
supply.
Do I get it right now?
One at a
Right
time,
now.
one at a time, one at a
Yeah,
time.
I will. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This one at a time thing slows it down precipitously.
Well, that's because you've got it.
The first one said
increases,
2.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 to 2, 1 to 3,
Yeah,
right?
but it slows it down precipitously. All right.
Where the white guy?
I'm going for
Change it.
Bulgaria, number 1.
Uh,
Number 2. Number 3. No, nothing. That might need to be more rolls.
Yeah.
What do you think, Bob? Does it just, shouldn't you be able to just throw a bunch of
Are
dice?
you getting some money from that, or is it nothing?
Bulgaria, Alliance, Austria, Hungary.
No, it's
Well-
3 free rolls.
so why
Why
are
would you
why are
just
you getting the why are you getting
Okay, so,
because we did it earlier too. Why are you getting these free rolls?
Right here.
so,
No, I got that, but why?
okay, so because instead of aligning them, like, so in the way I had it before, it was just, they're just yours. Okay, so instead you're getting free diplomacy rolls.
Okay.
Because that's their historic alignment date.
Okay, so you could assume that you're not rolling them to take off neutral. You've got position 2 and 3 to still get. So now if you've got
It's not worth anything.
if you've got 4 rolls
you
against
got
those 2
No, Germany
positions,
got it.
Mm-hmm.
then any 3s and below are a success. So I would have been successful.
Okay.
So
So-
you could throw 4 rolls for the 2 positions, but
I guess they probably are not neutral, yeah.
They're not strict neutral,
And they're not, actually. I think they're advanced a little bit towards,
right?
yeah.
Now that would speed things up.
Okay,
8,
all right.
So can I
now-
take them?
9,
Can I? Can I?
10. Here we go.
I did roll.
Here you
Well, yeah, but then we'll let him roll for Bulgaria, no?
Oh, I think Russia's income's way
Yeah,
down
but-
from what it should be.
I don't, but he can roll again.
So what happens if we both align them?
2,
You didn't get free rolls, I got free rolls.
4,
You're thinking of Greek, when we did the Greek
7,
thing. This
Yeah.
was just,
8,
this was just,
Yeah, but what happened with the, let's say,
9,
I'm assuming this would be the same for the Greek team,
10,
that you would
11, 12. I think
They
Russia's
would be
income
off.
should be 12.
neutral.
This is my IPC
Um,
value, right?
well, if each time you go up, I
Yeah,
go
for
up.
that for that
Depends on who
territory.
got the most
Okay,
rolls.
somebody's
I
got
mean,
me
each
at
time
like
you go up,
7, but
go
I
down,
counted
we
like
would just
12.
negate
Is
each
what I
other
should
out,
be,
probably.
actually.
Well, so what you're saying is if I missed one of them, then you would get to roll.
I mean, but there's nothing that says that they're not simultaneous.
And whoever gets
I'm in the
2
true
win,
shot.
or whoever gets the
Then I
most.
should have
wins.
You know what you could
3 or
do?
less.
Probably.
Each guy rolls 3 dice, add them all up. 5, 7, 9,
Now,
16. What do you got?
you just redesigned diplomacy when you did that.
I know.
It's not bad. I'm just saying this would keep it closer to the current design.
I'm just throwing it out there.
But yeah, no, I like that for other things. But
It's like I've got 16 points.
well, and if we go through simultaneously, so
13.
throw 4 die.
Okay, I should be at
Okay.
13.
I got 17. Nope.
I got 1 under
23.
3, and you got 1 under 3, so it doesn't align to either because we tied.
No, I'm just saying add them all up.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
trying to stick to the current design. So the result's still the same. They didn't align.
But that
Only
was
down.
just for the Greek one. I wouldn't have been for that.
If you wanted them to align at a certain date, and they were leaning towards the Entente, and you could give them 4 dice and the other guys 3 dice. You both roll. Whoever got the highest number when you add them all up. But that's like you said, it's not the way you were doing it.
I think
Because then it would become one or the other for sure.
It would be, they would align automatically.
Yeah, it would.
I don't know.
Unless the unlikely event of a tie, then it would stay neutral. I'm just saying if you're leaning it one way, one guy gets 4 dice, you add them all. One guy gets 3 dice, rolls and adds them all up.
Yeah.
That's just a completely different mechanic of.
oh well.
Okay.
Question.
You might want
Yeah.
to think about a different way of doing it.
It says my starting income on my sheet that I started with is 15,
Mm-hmm.
but when I added up all these little red ones, it was higher than that.
What was it?
Let's see, it was 13 and then 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So I should have, I think I should have started with 18. So I'll write that on there. So then what do I do? Do I recuperate that 3 that I've been missing every turn?
I don't know yet whether I'm gonna take off
Yeah, he's gonna have
stuff
to look
off
at
the
that.
map or give Russia more money. How do you feel the balance in Russia is right now? I feel like it's a little better than it was historically, but
yeah, I mean, I'm hurting. I'm not hurting terribly, but if my income be 3 less, you know, I don't know, because that adds. Well, actually, you know, where we're at, because I was taking for the first 3 turns, I was taking 3 from the U.S. as credit. So that can compensate for those 3 it was short. There might have been
so
one.
without the 3 from the U.S.
I'd be right where I am now.
No, but if you didn't have the 3, you would have got, which was a random event, you'd be down 3 infantry.
Yep, except I wasn't adding in a lot of that income for a few turns, so.
I know, but what I'm saying is, assuming that 15 is the number that you should have,
That's what's on here.
assuming that that's the right number, is 15 or 18 the right number? Let's look at your forces and look at, where you're at historically. Are we historically?
Just think about if you had 3 bar, like what has there been 5
3
turns?
less guys.
There'd be 5 more dudes on here. At the well, four more dudes
Well, you
on
wouldn't, because historically we wouldn't have rolled that 3 income at the start anyway.
So I'd be about right where I am now.
You'd be right where you are if you had 18.
Yep. 2 straight. I mean, he's messing with me pretty good over here, but I might be able to contain him too, you know, not that hard, depending on what.
I don't know. I'm watching.
That'll be
Talking to me?
something, that'll be something for
I
you
gotta
guys to
do
think
two
about then,
influence rolls.
if you want to
Okay.
keep it 15 or
15 and
18.
Argentina.
Okay.
Hey, so if I
Yeah.
still
Spain.
land guys in Corinth, I can then do a long
Let's do ones. No.
You get three,
What do I
four,
have to do?
four free
You
rolls.
gotta
You
get
get
low.
one?
Oh,
I
Yeah.
was thinking it was
You're gonna go
11,
with
12.
Well, that's what the random event said.
Okay, cool.
The other one was Argentina.
So if you go with 4 every time, I mean. that
No,
would be
No, not every
consistent.
time. It's consistent
Got it.
with
So I got infantry here, artillery, and this is a colonial
what that random
infantry.
event says.
One by himself.
If I land some
Plus
fields,
Okay,
four.
gotcha.
that does that.
And
According to
I've
that
already
random
moved
event.
everything
So
up.
that's just
Dreadnought
What
that.
happens
out.
if
Go.
it's not successful? Do I have to leave?
Okay,
Pass me that
Probably.
dreadnought.
There you go.
Am
Or
I
maybe,
taking-
over
or
am I
maybe,
taking-
stuff over
I mean,
there.
historically, you would stay there and get.
until I got, until they were influenced?
I'm gonna do.
Russian purchases.
I mean,
It's gonna be a research.
Warsaw's not worth anything? That's crap.
There was a lot of coal in England that the Imperial Russians, and they had metallurgy there too.
yeah.
So, I mean, for industry,
Yeah, move him for a chip.
for industry, Warsaw was important.
How much is it worth?
And for coal, I think it's only worth one industry right now. And the Soviets or the Imperial Russians got a lot of coal and metallurgy out of Warsaw.
But it's worth one right now.
Just one industry, yeah.
It might stay when you can see, like, Russia didn't have the same base as it did before, and comparing how much money they had to everybody else, I really wanted to put more.
Because I know Warsaw was essential in building the Trans-Siberian Railway to get that metallurgy.
Okay. Trans-Siberian is already built.
Yep. I think they finished that in the early
Already own that.
20th century.
Okay,
Oh, yeah, because it opened right before the Russo-Japanese War.
That's right.
and I'm gonna do 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 10 artillery to go to that trench line.
Okay. One,
2.
two, yep. One off each of us, Bob? Sounds good.
Yeah.
Thanks. Oh, there we go.
Okay. Then
Carson.
we will.
Rock you.
Okay, Bob. This is it.
What's it?
We're gonna. I'm bringing this fleet.
Okay.
What about the, oh, I guess you can go through Kiel Canal. We'll allow it.
Can you go through the Hart Straits?
I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't think so if,
I already asked Will.
I'm going by the mechanics of 36, and because you guys are at war, you can't.
It's correct to say you can't.
But he can go through the Kiel Canal if you ignore the fact that he already started.
Okay.
You got a big battle here, Bob.
Hmm?
You got a big battle here.
Major naval.
An
Battle.
engagement. Here, I'll get these here. I got them.
Naval.
Yeah, what happened to the rolling box?
People done Jack Decatur down there.
Them too. Misha's.
Okay,
I got 5.
see what happens.
That would be 3, 3,
Let me get the frickin' sheet. I have no idea what our
3, 2 left over.
what we shoot at. I haven't been doing gunnery.
2 battleships, 3 pre-dreads.
That means I'm just gonna have 2 left over.
What's more?
I'm good.
What? Is that gonna hit? 1 hit. No, battleship was an 8, right? Hits.
2 hits. Okay.
No, 3 hits.
One sounded better.
Yeah, I know. So there's 3 hits.
So that's these 3 here.
I got
No,
cruiser,
that,
that's a
What
hit.
isn't this
I don't even know what the heck that is. That's a,
I got 2 subs. So I got 4 hits now.
I guess a D are the same, so.
They are on this game.
Nada there. And a TBD. Nothing. 4 hits.
oh,
We
one
started
dice?
off well.
Nice.
Downhill.
What's the story on my?
Why don't I take the hit on the
All
dreadnought?
right, come on.
What?
Come on.
Oh, you want to do that?
Well, I mean, because
What
what
did it
happens,
cost to repair them?
yeah, but what
Ooh.
happens if I'm damaged?
No, nothing.
Oh, the damaged one, I think you're minus, what is it for global?
Is it -1 attack and defense?
-2.
-2, I think.
-2 attack and
Otherwise, on
defense.
our global sheet.
Again,
You don't have
You went from an 8 to a 7.
2d6. 2d6 is way too much money for these things.
6.
We should go with 1d6.
It's the same, but it doesn't say what it, if it goes down or not. It should be here. The same,
Morton's down.
dog,
You know,
dog,
We should go with
Or will.
1d6
no,
for
he took
these.
them home.
the
1d6
battle
for
board
what?
should be
For the
Yeah,
damage.
adjusted
Yeah,
for
that
the
was
damaged dreadnought.
It went down 1 or 2.
But
Two.
who makes the note? Because you make them.
Well, we haven't.
They're
Those
$20
haven't been
pieces.
upgraded like the 36 one.
My 3
Do you want
TBDs,
feedback on it now? or
nothing.
later?
Did you
No,
get it your
yeah, they're
TBD?
not even
Yeah, I
close.
missed.
All right.
So what do you want to do? You want to?
No, I'm not going to take the damage on them. My 2 pre-dreads.
Oh, I'm not taking no damage.
Yes, you are. You're out of here. 1. Yeah, 2. And the 2 dreadnoughts. 3.
Are we in the first round of 1916 now?
No, we're still at the end of 15.
Now we're at the end. Germany's first. We're at the beginning.
Well, it's the last turn in 15.
No, Germany's
No.
going. I'm the
Well,
first.
okay, so we just did
I know.
the pre-roll.
It's the last. It's
So
the
this is the
last.
last turn of
It's
15.
of the 3. It's the last
Did we
one.
The
roll?
last round?
The last round.
Did we roll for any of it? Yes, we did.
Yes, we have. So what do you got left? 5?
Oh, I didn't roll for the cruiser.
Okay, roll for the cruiser.
You sure?
Yes, and I missed.
2,
Not you.
5.
So I hit you on. I hit
You
4
hit 4.
yours.
4 each.
Oh, no, we're taking mine
Yep.
up.
So you going or what?
I was going to, then he said, I haven't finished yet. 2, 4, 5. 2, 5, 7.
You can do it, Mr. Friend. Come on. Come on.
So matter of that. Yeah, we're gonna go again.
And don't worry about the dreadnought that's coming up.
He's worried about losing
I've
his
got Dreadnought
plastic.
coming out soon.
Sorry.
1, 2, just do that time.
What is the difference?
Cruiser, nothing.
Dreadnoughts
Oh,
are
okay.
way
2
back
prees.
there. I think they're the only.
That's a hit.
I think they're
One.
the only
So,
one other than a shipyard.
3 hits.
I suppose I could.
2 hits.
Oh,
Just wait.
if they weren't so mean,
So-
I could build a shipyard.
You only rolled 2 dice?
in Vladivostok.
No, I rolled every,
Okay, just, so,
but I gave him
2 hits
2
off you?
hits.
and you lose 3. Do you want these 3?
I'll lose the cruiser.
How much is this worth? What's the cost of this?
Pretty
You
good.
should take
3, 6,
one
9,
damage.
12, 14.
Yeah, then these.
Yeah. So you hand me the cruiser, sir.
There you go.
Two, 3. 1. I got 3 pre-dreads. These are all misses. 1.
2 prees. 1
I'm rolling.
and 2. -2 on my dreads. None. 1. So I'll take a
One
pre.
and one. For all those become six with him down any good. Down to three. Moves to six. I don't know, roll one.
Red is my pre. You ready?
Oh, okay. I thought you went to- There's better. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's my pre. I got 2,
I got 4.
and I'm out.
You got 2?
Yep. I'm out of here like a fat kid in dodgeball right there.
If I roll them both, I have to bring them back and repair them.
Quicker to repair them though.
Yeah.
And maybe
Where's my
cheaper.
damage stuff at?
I think in behind you there. Either there or on the other side. Damage tokens. Yeah, no, we got them. We got them.
We got neutrals over here.
No, we got them. You got to lose 2. Good job.
Barely. I'm hurt.
I'm gonna sortie all my aircraft after that.
Oh, your blimp.
I don't even know what to do with
Okay.
that thing.
Yeah, we got to find
Look.
something for these things to do. Nobody's even moved a Zeppelin yet.
Was that? Did you finish building that this turn?
It came out.
So attack and defend at 3 versus.
Here's my
subs.
colonial.
And
Yeah, they don't attack ships.
what?
They never did.
What? Why couldn't they?
Just didn't.
I think we
Just
need to
did.
find another role for them because nobody's used them at all.
Strategic bombing. I've seen people use them for bombing. Strategic bombing.
I
If there was more submarine action in the game, they'd be out.
What do they
On
roll?
cap.
1d6 for damage, or what do they do?
1d6.
Can they do submarine hunting?
They can go on cap.
I got 2.
Didn't they use blimps in World War II?
They did.
For similar things?
They had a K-class blimp that was.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that on Doug Shapeways.
Yeah, you can buy it. That's.
No, I think I let us down.
No, I don't think he did. I think he took off lots of stuff from him.
Oh, you
All right.
you let him down, Bob. You're just trying to make you feel
Britain's
bad.
turn.
Now that I've got it, he's
This is
got
where you get to
nothing.
make your comeback.
I can bring my French Navy up.
I got 6.
You got anybody else?
I can bring the whole French Navy up, Bob. I can bring the whole French Navy up now because I've got an Italian Navy down here. He's
Yeah.
got nothing right now, right?
I'm
So-
buying some Navy too. So
Yeah.
Well, he made it. I just.
although
You gotta buy Navy. You don't have anything left.
I have a dread.
just took out the spelling.
The Germans got more than
But I think he
you.
should not make- he shouldn't.
You got anything on? Well, you don't really got nothing on the way.
Don't worry.
There are no.
I'm not-
No, you got.
What, me worry?
Has-
I'm not worried.
Must be.
German.
Are you gonna steal every chair I put
Which
down?
one do you want? But you can have either.
It's your
one.
shop. It's your turn, Bob.
Britain, Britain and Austria-Hungary was on deck.
On deck.
It could be.
France and Ottoman.
So
I'm starved.
What's the Austria-Hungary time?
Misha's like, really?
Oh, no.
It's Austria. I'm hungry time.
No, I'm done. I just ate an apple.
We're giving Misha food. You're gonna go back and your wife's like,
Are you
where's your clothes not fitting?
are you
What's going on,
engaging with
Misha?"
me at all?
Yeah, then I'll definitely
Could
be wearing the loose fitting clothes.
No.
These are just my comfy gaming clothes,
Let's
but
see.
Oh, yeah. When I go home, my wife, when I go home, get home from work, and we're in for the night. Pajamas come on with a nice stretchy.
We'll move into
Oh, yeah.
there
It's so
and
comfortable.
we'll rail
oh,
into
it's
there.
beautiful. If I know I'm gaming, I'm
And
wearing
I'm doing
athletic
2
pants every
attrition
time.
attacks, and we got none. I'm doing one tech roll. Mm,
Well, better than the high-heeled camels that they were talking about.
All right.
Oh,
Going for tank.
I'm building a camel next
Okay,
time.
I got
Speaking of the camels, somebody on
Defensive.
Facebook asked if they will be able to get a dromedary camel for their game.
dromedary.
Dromedary.
Stormtrooper. Missed.
I guess
And
it's the
then,
biggest
Belgium.
Arabian camel they have.
Belgium.
Or a general.
Put your notes.
Sure.
I'm just saying, try to
Or-
find a mechanic that says
Well,
how we
so
can,
one, you got one
how we
influence
can,
on
how,
grease.
how we can
Okay.
get grease
Put it in
on
your
it.
notes.
Well,
So
no,
Greece is +1 to
This
me.
is how Greece went, actually. Both sides courted it, and Britain finally landed troops there. Before I just had it at their historic date, they just switched. But that does take off the diplomatic option of, if you don't get it by then. Because we are on turn into 15.
Would Bob's diplomacy change anything for that?
Well, it's already, I've already been trying some of that.
Maybe less powerful.
In this game?
We have been using Bob's diplomacy
Oh,
to
okay.
To some
to
extent,
make the
yeah.
influence rolls, and anyone's gotten there
For this
yet.
game?
Yeah.
Let me think.
We haven't used this.
Just the mechanics.
Yes, we have.
Yeah,
The
he
mechanics
got-
are the same. The
Yeah.
chart looks different, but
The
mechanics are
chart's
same.
there.
He got Afghanistan, didn't he?
No, that was random event.
Oh, that was random. Okay.
Um,
Because I knew
So
he
we-
was trying for it.
we adapted the one that was in this game to be Bob's, so that it could be very similar.
You could use the same type of mechanic that we used to decide Italy.
Yeah, just a random die roll.
Yeah,
All right.
See which way it goes, and it's weighted one way or the other, depending on,
Defend yourself.
Yeah.
something to do with that
defend yourself.
neutral. That
Right there,
particular
sir.
neutral.
3 at
Like
2
Italy was this territory here, but
and 1 at 3.
Greece could be if Britain
Got one.
in there,
I'll
or
take it.
something.
4.
Spain could be some.
So
Yeah.
if Greece was leaning to
They,
easier to get them.
they weren't.
That's what I'm saying.
They were very split.
I said if.
Yeah.
Okay, if they were very split, then
No,
it's,
no,
that's easy,
No,
1 to
well,
6,
no.
7.
3
to
and
Yeah,
3.
you had your chance.
Yeah, I know.
One way
You
or
did
the
give
other.
me a chance.
But you're
None.
going 50-50 chance.
None.
Why do you
Yeah.
get the 4 out of 4?
If,
Didn't
if
they,
it's an even split,
Well,
is what
by
I'm
4,
saying.
please.
So you're saying all of them
Be-
should be by
no,
chance?
it's one
but they
at-
come aligned?
1
Ah,
at
sorry,
3,
yeah,
3 and
sorry.
3.
Well,
yeah.
if nobody's
I'm not
aligned
used to
them, like we're
Yeah,
trying
well,
to
I
align them,
actually picked
but
it up
it's
from
just
him.
not working,
It's quite
right?
nice, actually.
You
All right,
don't
last
want-
Well, you
round.
could-
It's not going fast enough.
But you're
Another
saying-
way we could do is of
Hit it.
having
Yes,
roll
yes,
1 or 2.
yes.
You could say
Boom.
the first roll
Boom,
is 3,
baby.
the
But I
second
still
roll is
got
4.
it.
You know, like
It's
just
fun while it
increase it a
lasted.
bit.
Or
Yes.
you could have it be an
So
alliance
is it
thing.
Italian
where
or British?
let's say you wanted Bulgaria, all
Yeah.
3 alliance members on their turn could make the roll, and then you wouldn't, and then they'd advance their alliance marker each time, rather
Well,
than
I-
an individual country.
I took this back. So is it Italian or is it British?
We just don't seem to be hitting 1s and 2s.
Italian.
It'd be
Yeah.
Italian.
Yeah. So Italian
So you're
up one?
saying up that number a little, like the threshold maybe?
So, but if I'm rolling for my alliance instead of my country, like if Britain gets 1 and France gets 1, but then if we have an alliance marker, Britain goes up 1.
Oh, yeah,
and
I
then-
see.
A chart. that
How do you
shows when-
decide who gets
when
it
things
then?
aligned.
I
How do
suppose
you decide who gets it then?
whoever gets the
Um,
last roll, maybe.
Or whoever
or
has the
whoever's
most?
closest, or something like that.
Whoever has the
I do have
most.
a chart in the rules that tells the historical alignment dates.
3,
Martin.
this guy.
I remember. I just remembered.
Right now, I'm feeling like this
And,
this needs to get a lot simpler.
In the commander
It
rules.
just needs to be like
That's pretty simple to me. The game? Or the,
just faster, simpler, smoother. You align, you get stuff. Boom. I feel like that technology is going.
I missed a lot of.
It's like too hard to align something. Like you've got to go 4 spaces, you know what I mean? You could shorten it to 3 spaces. So you get it 3 times.
Well, Bob's done a lot of testing on this one for 36. So-
But let's leave this.
But
now.
The thing is, in the 36 scenario, I mean,
There's more
This-
turns in it.
there's more turns, and this war progressed faster in terms of like people were picking sides.
Right.
So I'm not necessarily against the idea of lopping off a column,
Okay.
right? Because it's basically off neutral to 1, you still have position 2, position 3. If you lopped off position 3, it would go faster and you could still keep the core mechanics. The challenge with 36 or even 39 is you can align people too quickly if it's any more,
Yeah.
if the ratio is higher, or if you have any fewer columns. So anyway, so that's kind of why we settled on this as a balanced approach. But hey, we're not flawless either. I'm not sure Morton's tested it, but have you tested diplomacy?
No.
Okay.
Could also go to a D6. That's a better chance of aligning, a better chance of getting a roll.
But we actually had that discussion this morning, and the reason I don't you could do D6 for this, which would be another way of making this one go faster. I'm telling you, it goes fast enough in Global 36. Because what happens I watched a friend of mine play Germany, and he basically aligned like 6 countries in the first couple turns of the game. And
you had to go 3 columns on each one?
Well, some of them start pro.
Yeah.
That's another thing too. I have more countries that are pro aligned. Like Siam is at position 2 for Italy.
Right.
And I have, like if you start 39, a lot of countries are position 2 or position 1 already. They start at position 2.
Yeah, here there's a bit.
It's fun with like, you can make a decision. If you're looking at Romania, you can start aligning them early or wait until his alignment rule from section 4 comes into play, where you align them because you've taken Paris. What's it worth to you? Romania is that's a money pot. It's worth 6, so it may be worth the effort.
Okay. All right.
So one thing
France.
to keep in mind, if, for example, if you take a Turkey at war, and take that alignment scenario.
Yeah.
It's
Which one? What's that Turkey at war thing that you like?
Well, I like it. It's a great expansion, but perhaps it's a bit too easy to align it.
Yeah.
So it gets aligned very fast.
What's the mechanic again?
So
I didn't write
you
Turkey
bid
at
on
war.
So 1, 2, 3, and then you move it.
Yeah.
And if you eliminate one IPP, you move it at 1 to 4.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
everyone eliminates one IPP
Yeah.
before they. So it's actually 1 to 4.
Okay,
No.
20.
They don't have to be.
I'm going to go.
Okay,
So it's very it gets aligned very fast.
Okay.
my question is, if the alignment is going way too slow and we're using Bob's diplomacy chart, is it not gonna work for 36?
We
and
just
all
had
the-
this
We just had that
discussion.
discussion.
It's a different. It could go
You
way
want
too fast
more-
in 36.
You want 36 to go, the speed we've got.
So
we
it's
think
going way
is-
too slow here.
Right, so there's a couple ways we could fix it. He could go to a D6 system. He could eliminate an entire column.
Hold it, back up. I asked Will, he said, we're using Bob's diplomacy
Right.
for this. Okay,
Yes.
so if we're using it for this, it's gonna go very slow in 36 as well.
No.
No. It goes just fine in 36.
What's the difference? You're still rolling the same dice.
We're gonna eliminate
have
a
more
column.
time.
We're gonna eliminate a column here, and there's less turns.
You have more time, what?
You have more time, you have more turns. And
In
especially,
36?
It's
I mean, you
gonna
have
make
more
a big
time.
difference if you align something early.
plus a lot of these countries, what he doesn't have is he doesn't have a lot of these countries already in that way. I do. So, for
Well, we're
example,
using your chart. That's what I said, we're using your system.
no, he's using the mechanics, not using my chart. He has a couple that are pre-aligned, but you need to, if they were very favorable, you've got to make a decision if they're in position 1 or
Yeah.
right. But by neutral, I'm only at position 1.
The ones that
What I'm saying is
Right
you
now.
lop a column off or
Yeah.
move them over one
we
more,
left a column off, that'll align them earlier.
or
Yeah.
you move them over one more. You move them further to the right at the start.
Perhaps one can consider is the game. Do we want to have almost all neutrals aligned, or is it so supposed to be there are two or 3 or 4 that are aligned?
Well, nobody over here is gonna join. Unless you spend a lot of money to influence them. But
Yes.
Bulgaria, Romania, Greece, Portugal, they all have historic alignment times, and that's why I have on here that you get some free rolls for people.
Well, maybe the number should be higher.
But what
One,
degrees,
two.
what is
That's what I
Greece
said.
showing? Are they pro anybody at the start of this?
No,
Then
No.
they should start at 1 or 2, depending on.
no, because that's not how they were in the war. They were split evenly until Britain landed on them, and that's why we had the random event that facilitated that to happen.
But remember, I said then you shouldn't have them on neutral. If
Then
I'm
I
there, I've
said-
got a gun to their head. Join me.
Well, then we have both Germany and Britain higher. Because they were
Whoever
going
puts
both
their
ways.
troops here basically moves them to position 1. That's about the idea of if you want the die rolling to go faster and you're going to do one of these time-driven alignments, then put them on position 1 and roll.
Maybe. I mean, understand, this was a random event. This is something that randomly happened. It's not a mechanic that's part of the diplomacy.
So who,
Okay.
like Romania, are they leaning towards anybody?
They're
Yeah.
allied leaning.
Yeah, they're leaning towards France.
Well,
If we were to
1 or
lop the,
2.
if we were to lop the second column off, I would already have them.
Or you could start them higher.
Well, see, because he's going to get 3 free rolls in the summer of 16, which is not next turn, but the turn after.
But he
So,
makes one hit.
If he misses this next, this will be pretty much historically correct.
Yeah.
But
So I wouldn't take a
So-
column off then. I would move a couple countries, one more step to the right as you think it represents them.
I've already moved a step to the right.
when they
No, I'm just
align,
saying.
the year they align, and you give them free rolls, I think that number should be higher. That way their percentages are better at getting it on the alignment
All right.
date.
Good enough.
I like the 1 and 2, takes them a while, but when they're supposed to align, give them some of the 50-50 chance or something to
Yeah,
align
you
them,
can do that.
Situation will be different.
or higher.
So.
Okay.
60-40.
Good enough.
And so what if they fail?
One round.
And they fail.
But I mean, after that, you go
I
back,
think that number
they
should,
go back
no,
to
I
the
think
lower
the number
number
should stay.
for both
because-
sides?
No, the one that is leaning, the
Okay.
one leaning to is supposed to align it, their number stays higher. That way your chances are very great. if
What
you don't get
position
that
are they
first
on right
time.
now? Position 1 or 2?
So instead of
I'm on position 2 right now.
Yeah,
But
so if he got to that point and he rolls and he misses, they're still at position 2.
But it also means that, like, let's say I really don't want somebody to get Romania. I can try to influence them because when my influence goes up, theirs goes down.
Exactly,
So we can have a war over them
Right.
by spending money and rolling dice,
exactly.
right?
So we're
But
gonna
the-
say that
but
we're
the
gonna have to
three
go down
free
on the,
rolls,
Or maybe as Doug said,
Yeah.
5 or 6 free rolls.
I didn't say 5 or 6 free
You
rolls.
said more.
I said the dice are higher.
Well, he was changing the actual modifier from
told
a
me-
3 or less to a 6 or less.
Exactly.
You could,
Then,
or you could just get.
here, I'll give you this, if this helps you
so,
visualize it.
look,
I'll give you that, if that helps to visualize it.
say on here on turn 6, Bulgaria is supposed to line,
Yeah.
okay?
I'm gonna buy the.
So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2,
Okay.
and so here I'm saying 1 to 7, and then you say, oh, they don't get it, turn 1 to 8,
See, I would have
8,
put,
1 to
That means
9.
they get in the war no matter what. There's no chance that somebody else is gonna.
No, someone else can be influencing all this time.
Now,
But
then you
they're only
then you
one
have
of
to
two.
reference a chart. It's too hard.
Not too strong. No.
It's gotta be simpler
Just-
than that.
just give them
You
6
can't
dice
have a
instead
bunch
of
of
4.
modifiers like that on a chart.
Just give them
It's gonna
6
look like
dice
you
instead
did
of 4.
these.
Just give them 6 dice instead of 4.
My druthers would be to go to dice 6, but.
You can go to D6 for the night.
All right, and then you just need,
So if you have a-
and then you just get dice.
Then you still do the 1, 2, and the 1 to 3.
I like it.
It would be
Why are
1
you
and 1,
using, why are
2.
you using a D6?
I like it better. It's cleaner.
Well, it's the same
It's
odd
the same
thing.
as a D12, just change the numbers.
It takes, look at how long it takes to roll. This thing rolls around for half an hour.
D6 is
This
higher on
one,
a 2 than
boom.
a D12 is on a.
This one gets
D12 on a
cockeyed up
3
against the
is
side of the
16.
thing half the time.
You're using a 2, 1, 2 on a D6, it's a 1 through 4 to D12.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Was it
Your odds are better on a 2 on a D6 than they are on a 3 on a D12.
What a nickname.
A 3 on
I
a
know, but we're
D12
saying
is
chemical.
That's not making sense. If you're saying
Makes
1 to
perfect
2 on a D6,
Well, I know- yeah.
it's 1 through 4 on a D12.
I'm just saying that we gotta change the numbers. Right now, they're 1 and 2.
Stop. Stop. Please listen. When he recommended a D6, it was going to be a 1 or 2. That's a 25%. I'm sorry, that's a 33% chance.
Yeah.
Central pump
Right?
just for the hand.
And I said, okay, that's a much higher
not yet.
probability than the 1 through 3 system we have right now on the D12. That's all I was saying. So actually, a 1 through 3 is lower probability on a D12 than the D6 is. So by
Correct.
going to the D6 for this game, he's improving the chances that you're going to
I don't
align
want to
people.
change dice. I think it's down to you have to pull out different sided dice.
We do it all the time.
Then
This is
I
so
know,
much
that's
cleaner and
dumb.
smoother, man.
Dumb to me.
Especially if you're just looking for
Just
sixes
stay with
or
12-sided dice.
something
then
like
give him
that.
6 dice instead of 3.
Well, that's
Or
fine.
4.
I'm just saying, don't use
I
variations. of
would
dice.
rather almost do it like you get more dice and you're looking for sixes because it's faster and cleaner.
D12s,
D12s and you're looking for 12s.
whatever.
What?
Now,
But-
see,
Now, you just flip the. Why would you be looking for 12?
well, I like it when you're just rolling and you're looking for something. I like to roll more dice.
I would have done it right there.
No, most people don't like to roll more dice. It takes longer. It drags out the game.
Well,
You
that's
wanna
why-
use less
What if I was looking for pairs? What if I'm like
No.
pairs? Give me one up.
So when you have your random event, first of all, I think one of the things that we can agree on is they're not on position neutral, because position neutral is a different result than position 2 and 3. So take them off position neutral, and if it's a random event, give them more dice so that they can roll them all at once. That would have instantly aligned any one of the countries on that chart right
This
there.
is just like yours.
Yeah.
Very similar.
Those 3 dice would have instantly aligned.
But it's not
more
Hungary, Romania.
But I'm saying that he's saying 36, it's right, because there's more terms. So you need to, instead of 1, 2, you need to go like 1, 2, 3, because there's less terms in this one. So the chances need to be a little better to get it quicker.
Or,
Correct?
yeah, my preference, and this is, I'll
It's
shut
a
up
preference.
after this. My preference is if you stick to the same numbers, there are other ways that you can increase the probability. You can take a column off, or you can move countries further to the right.
I got it.
So move them further to the right, because he had very few countries in position. Right.
Yeah.
Like,
But that doesn't even matter here. If you move them to the right, how many people would have aligned neutrals in this game?
well, you would have a lot of news that you
I
would
haven't
be
got
on
one.
neutral.
I haven't got one.
I haven't gotten one
I haven't
either.
got one either.
But only
I got
I only
Siam.
tried it. I only tried
Japan got
twice, so.
Siam before I left.
I rolled a ton of dice. I bumped my name on here once.
I'm just saying
What
I
if
haven't got
you
any,
could buy
Yeah, I
more
know.
than one dice,
so it wouldn't matter.
but you only can go up one position? So if I spend $3, I'm
1
rolling,
through 3.
and I'm hoping to get
chances
that.
need to be better.
That kind of makes
Well,
sense.
but on his random events where the country is supposed to historically align, give him 6 dice. Now you've massively.
Well, we've been throwing 4 dice and still no one's gotten them.
3.
we threw
No.
3 originally.
But we don't have to make them
There's
align.
one.
The more
there's-
variance we
there's
put in the
something that was
game,
4
Yeah.
dice.
you know,
But I
the
had to
more
get it.
different happen.
I had to get a 2 first, and that's why nobody got it.
Okay, so how about this, guys? You can buy more than one dice a turn. So I spend 3 IPPs, but I can only move one position a turn. So I roll, I get 1 success. That way I have more chances of success, but I can only move 1.
That's different than 36 also, but I don't have a problem with it. In 36, it's like tech. You can
Yeah.
only do it 1 time per nation. However, if you want to do that because of
Well, you're
whatever.
spending more to influence the guy, right? The
Yeah.
guys say, "Well, you maybe, yeah."
Yeah.
You want that much money?
If you want to do it in this, go for it. I'm just pointing out where it's different.
Okay, but then somebody could go, okay, I want Spain, spend the 5, you know.
You're right. And you would have missed all 5 of those.
Right, that's true.
So, are you
All right, so France, are you?
Yeah,
Are you
I'm ready. I just, I paid $4 for influence dice.
All right.
I just wanted to know, is this what we want to do? Because I'm ready. I've got my attack shown and everything. So what are we going to do? More dice? Is there a limit to how many dice?
Let's just try stuff.
For what?
I mean, we're testing.
I'm going to go for the Netherlands.
Oh,
You
I've
can
got-
buy a number of dice.
Wait a minute. Where am I at on the
What is
Netherlands?
this?
Okay, so you're at position. You're at
I
position
don't know, that looks
one.
like German stuff.
So you got to get. You
I
got
gotta
to
get
get
two
two
more?
successes
Hmm.
to align.
For Romania then, because I only need one.
Romania
Yeah.
starts with an R, right?
Yeah. So can I
Yeah.
can I can I
So you
buy
need one.
could I buy 2 dice and I didn't
Did
get
we
to buy
take a
2 more
column
dice for
off,
Romania,
though?
or do I have to buy
Or is
all
that-
the dice for Romania?
We're on new ground. This is up to Will.
You can
What do you
Because
buy
in my game,
as
it's one die per turn. Period.
Because
Well-
a guy could have $50 and okay, I'll buy dice. Okay, I'll buy dice. Okay, I'll buy dice.
Until
Yeah,
he gets
but
it.
but he's still gonna take in 4 turns.
Of course
Huh?
you do.
You one column per turn max. So you're spending $50 to move one column. But okay,
I'm
so
gonna spend 4 dice
You're
on-
spending 4 on Romania.
on Romania.
okay,
I got to get what? 3?
3 or less.
Got it.
okay, so you got it. So now Romania lines.
So which one's Romania? This
What
one?
if they were 2 or less?
It's 3 or less once you're off neutral.
Oh,
And that's where it goes at, what is that, 25%?
All right, so
See, to me, that's a better use of my money than spending $1 on 3 different things, right? And a middle of them, or maybe getting one on one of them.
His turn. What about my turn? They're 18 points.
you don't get it.
Damn it! I'm gonna put this
Tough
guy
being
as this on
Being
here
the
for
head
now.
designer, man.
I'll find another
Lot-
one.
lot- lot of
headaches.
Okay,
Nothing
so
but
there's your guys.
ready to
There's
put
my
this thing in
guys.
the trash and just.
So we both got to roll our fighter first.
I can guarantee you that when this game comes back to you guys, it's gonna be so simple. You're gonna hate it.
Both missed.
No, it's not. I'm working on Japan.
All right.
It's
And
gonna be
so-
so cool.
I hope so.
I have
Yeah, you give me a good Japan solution.
Don't forget bonsai and kamikaze.
5,
Yeah.
Didn't have it
10,
that
11,
time,
12,
right?
13.
Not yet.
So,
Not yet.
I suppose you could have.
And
10
samurais,
first
don't
strikes.
forget samurais, and
2, 4,
everybody.
6, 7,
I put some turtles
8,
in.
9,
Yeah, yeah.
10,
No,
And
you-
the turtles.
You'll have turtles.
Doug has them over
3, 6, 7.
You'll have
Hey,
little
these
biplanes
are my-
sitting into
my
the side of
artillery.
ships, little wooden
Wait a
planes,
minute.
like
I'm gonna.
zoom.
The black one here.
They'll just
is
go
plus
like
2
this.
for pairing with the plane. You get to pair one of your units with the plane too. +2. So this one needed to be a 6 and it's not. So I got 1, 2, 3. This one's a hanger. What do you think? Then, oh yeah, you got first strike.
Ivory is the comparative aircraft. Oh, way missed on that one. Right.
Lose 1, and you lose 3. So now, oops, 2 dudes and 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. 10 at 3 and 2 at 2. So 1, just 1. That's a
Well, I'm like me, huh?
yeah.
Not good.
Roll look good.
I got 7,
I haven't been rolling the hottest in this one today.
1, 2. That's not bad. I'm rolling 11s and 12s everywhere.
2.
You got 1? You got 1 or none?
I just 1 off you.
Terrible. I should have defended well better than that.
Yeah, it's hard because when you're in entrenched like this, there's only 1 round of combat, so that's all that happened there. Now I have to leave. It'd take a long time to whittle these stacks down like that.
Oh man, here.
Yep.
Well, you got some serious trench warfare going on over there.
Yes, we do.
It's different.
Well,
Oh,
I've made it as much as I
Mhm.
could with a pen and paper in 5 minutes. Because Bob and I had a discussion about it this morning to try and make it the same. So it's very similar. I don't know how much it will change from Bob.
Who's
I
next?
think I could deal with our challenges that we just talked about.
That was
Submit
France.
them for,
Yeah.
for
Then it's
testing
the
and
Ottomans.
following developments,
Morton's
and
on
then
deck.
you keep
Or
going
Morton's
from
up.
there.
Morton, you're up.
Oops.
Where are we at? Wait, and you got the new alignment rules, didn't you?
Like we're never gonna get through there, right?
You can buy more than one dice, I think it is, right?
They're already.
So instead of just being able to buy the one dice, you can buy a couple, right?
Yeah, you can buy as many as you want.
Because he wants to try and align Bulgaria, but I don't think he caught all that. So
Yeah, as many dice as you want.
Okay, well, try.
Like you can try 3 or more.
Gonna try Brazil. That was more fun. Boom.
oh, got it.
One.
So USA away and Ottomans won.
If he gets that, would that violate the row doctrine?
Not for alignment.
Can he go more than one column per turn?
Although it might though.
One per turn.
One column per turn, that's it?
Do more than one.
Yeah.
I'm going up here. Going down here.
Okay. Ottomans up one, Russians down one.
And I'm gonna take this dude up here along with this dude.
Why is everybody writing over there?
I am starting with a historical background for Japan in 1914. So Japan had ambition. That's what Japan.
He did a lot.
Said that. I was called out on it.
Wait a minute.
And I'm correct.
I am telling you what I'm
Don't
doing.
take seriously, Elijah. Don't take it
He
seriously.
did Japan yesterday pretty wild. So
He likes Japan.
No, I wouldn't mind
Okay.
saying country, but it's
you're all
Very-
attacking. Okay. Did somebody
these
do
rules are
the
not here.
one
So
up, one
what I'm
down?
doing is I'm not obsessed with Japan. I'm giving choices in rules so that it's clear, so that the restrictions are there. So
And
if you approve, you can put it in the rules, and it's ready. Right? It's not an obsession.
Let me see.
No, not ready. Not ready yet.
Doug, leave him alone.
You can see it. You can see it when it's ready.
All right. Well, you've got a trench line there now. So that's gonna be.
I have a trench line there now because I approved trenches.
So I
Attack 4 or less.
can still shoot at you with my guns.
You can
right?
shoot at me now. Yeah.
That's what I do.
Let me read about the.
Oh, I got 1-1. So
Okay. Hold
you-
on a second. Let me look at my new tech that I have. What did I buy? Where is it? Defense in depth. The player needs 4 infantry to create trench line. Yeah, that's all I need.
Okay, so I got one of yours.
Okay.
You'll get that.
Oh, I'm sure.
Are you winning the
No one's winning it. Well, we'll get into Russia a little bit. Russian.
He's got a lot of stuff there. Right.
He hit me.
Yeah, but Will had a good battle on me, and Morton there. He's been a pain in my bottom. That's for sure.
Yeah, Ottoman's doing really well. It's just too bad he can't help us more.
Well, and the nice thing for the Ottomans, I mean, they don't have any.
I'm talking about UK and France.
They don't have any natural enemies.
Yeah, and they got so much stuff. French Navy's coming around.
We're gonna need to do something here because they're gonna march into East Hungary here with these Romanians.
Well, I thought about that too, but it's not worth anything.
Then I can
It should be
scale
worth
that.
something, right?
That's what I thought, because isn't that where Budapest
I
is?
could even move that guy.
Or is Budapest
I have
West
moved.
Hungary?
Yeah.
Look at
I think it's West Hungary.
all I've
But
done is dudes and tank artillery, dudes and artillery, dudes and artillery, dudes and artillery. Right?
Yeah, well, I can do the same then. I'll,
Do militia count towards trench line?
Yeah.
Oh, they do, okay. Yeah, there just ain't good odds in there, really.
You have shitty odds. I just gotta be honest with you.
Yeah, you don't have to be honest with me, because I can see that.
I'm gonna start hitting.
I mean, it's okay that you're honest
The
with me,
Ottomans.
The Ottomans.
And I
but even I can see that.
You're gonna have to watch that.
Yeah, I know. I've been buying.
When I play the other one, 90% of my stuff comes down here.
Yeah, Russia should be up one more, actually, because of Serbia.
Those guys up first.
Do you want to move Russia up one more?
Italy, keep these guys advanced.
So actually,
Right, so that might.
I could throw in a couple more militia for that.
Yeah.
Those guys and see what you can do against.
Well, after what, how many?
And then if we get
U.S.
trouble,
is
then
after Russia.
the stuff that you put in there is
Elijah,
gonna keep them all.
you're up.
You know what I mean? You have to put it
Okay.
over there.
Infantry?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm
Yeah,
US
no,
now.
like,
Oh,
I don't
sorry.
know, like, I don't know about the mechanics.
So you're not quite up
One of
yet.
us are ever gonna break through that line there.
Misha, you need to
We're
do
not getting
U.S.
further.
first the next time. That way Japan can go, then you can do Russia.
The line never moved.
Well,
And it's not going to.
I could do that, but what's
But that was the way it was, right? So.
what's my restriction on?
Restrict on what?
Placing units. That's,
Well, it's the dudes that are on the map. You can only put where there's a dude. You can place
no,
one.
I mean for the U.S. I can't build in the Pacific until I reach
Oh.
a certain point.
Do you remember Elijah?
It's on your reference sheet.
Yeah,
What do I remember?
I had it.
Where he can place units for the Americans.
It's all restricted on the income chart. USA will
Go
not
up
use
to-
any of its money except what is allowed to do. So I put in, when is USA allowed to use its money for purchases, unrestricted? There are some points where you can start a building, so like build.
14.
So
Yeah, at 22, USA
Did you
can
mark
use its
it?
money to build
Progressing
facilities, but it
integration
doesn't
did.
say,
Yeah, UK.
yeah, three.
You only got one.
Infantry as
so
well.
I'd be here.
You have to roll your die.
You read them, and if you don't find it, Will has to answer when USA can use the money for units.
Okay, so I would be at gw1914, which means ships in the
Hey,
Atlantic, right?
what are you at?
I'm at 16.
You just rolled a 2?
I haven't rolled this turn.
That's what you gotta roll.
I thought that was at the end of my turn.
At the start
Oh, at the start of my turn, okay.
D6.
Oh, well, that would have been a 12. That would have been nice.
Do it again.
6.
Nice.
All right, so the US goes up.
Where you at? 14? You're at 14. You're at 20.
20. So I can do research now. The ally asked me for war credit.
What kind of fight?
Okay, I could start building ships in the Pacific if Japan attacks China. Or, hold on. If Japan is central powered controlled or is attacked China, is Japan central powered controlled? Okay, so then I gotta build my ships in the Atlantic.
So you still have to stay hunkered down over there by your coast? You can't even expand yet?
No, okay, so Japan, you can go, I'll start doing Russia stuff. So I did this thing with Will here. I guess there's just one battle between us, Doug.
Oh, wow.
Right here. You get 1 first strike, I get 3.
Yes.
Yep, me too. Okay, none of my promotional ones. I got 2 hits on
I got 1.
1. Okay, so you got 1, I got 2 there.
I don't see anything in here. I think we just gotta go look for the Nevada class. That's what they're using and then have to paint them, right?
None of those.
3 12s and 11. I like that rolling.
Are you rolling for tech?
4. Nothing.
1 2 3.
Jeez.
Well, last time I didn't hit anything.
Yeah, but between you and Will, I'm just getting mowed down here.
You got a ton
You're
of
the one
guys.
attacking.
I know,
You can
but
take it out.
still.
Stop anytime.
Well,
Was that the third round?
What are
Or
you
how many
doing
rounds?
to me?
That was the
Second.
second. We got 1 more.
What are you doing to me? I'm doing it to myself.
Huh?
I've rolled 3 times.
Well, the first time was our first strikes for our artillery.
Okay.
Yep.
Well,
That don't count towards.
no.
Okay.
For
So there we go. My artillery, my promoted, and okay, 3 on you that time.
We got 6
Hello.
viewers now. Welcome, people.
Nice. All right.
Hope you enjoy what
One.
you see.
1. Okay, I got 3 on you, and I guess I got to fall back now.
At least 1.
What about here? You place this?
Yeah, that was last turn.
Are we gonna fight or what?
Yeah, I'm gonna fight you.
Boom.
Boom. Dreadnought. That's it.
Nothing.
That's a hit.
So, I think that means you're done now, right?
What?
Oh
But you
yeah.
need- but you need
But
to-
your transport doesn't fight. It just dies.
He's just gone.
Oh, boy.
So do I roll to see what my damage is immediately, or do I wait?
When you go to repair it.
Okay. So, let me see if I got any strategic movements that I want to make. Those 2.
Just a question.
Yes.
So here's a harbor.
Mhm.
Should it,
It's all part of the same land zone.
yes. So this is one sea zone.
Yes.
Should it be possible? Should it be a separate sea zone here?
It's here. This is the line of the sea zone,
Yes, I know.
that canal,
Should there be one here?
for the sea marma, just one extra sea zone there. I wouldn't think so.
Otherwise,
To
the
go in and out of
Ottomans
the strait.
otherwise the Ottomans build up here.
Well, this is the same zone. This all is one land zone.
Yes, but when I place the ships here,
Oh,
It
I
becomes
forgot to do my
in this
research
season.
roll,
Yes.
sorry.
and they will be sitting ducks.
One, nope, that's nothing.
So I'm just wondering if there should be, because there are some, I don't know if this could be protected.
Maybe the port
Yes,
could be on the other side.
could be.
I
It's an
I
idea.
agree with them that it really needs to be protected. But you got the Russians on the one side, of course, their shipyard is on, Crimea.
You could have
Crimea or
you could have the other
Baltic.
problem. You could have
But he could
the
build,
Russian battleship there.
well, you don't even have a shipyard.
Yeah, Crimea.
No, I'm talking to him.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
You don't have a shipyard.
you should
So
have
you
a
can't
minor. You
build
should have a
ships.
minor ship
But
there.
I have a dreadnought on phase 5.
Well, actually, that building is not even in your shipyard. When we talked about that, that's actually, I think, the UK was building it
No,
for the
it's
US.
not there. It's it's,
No,
it's
I'm
not that
saying,
one.
Ottoman didn't build their own ship.
Oh.
They're buying them.
Why do they have
Japan,
Oh, that was.
Germany, because it was being built at another shipyard.
Okay, I'm gonna collect my
No, it
income.
shouldn't even be on there.
No, you asked me why,
Okay,
if
take it
someone
off.
else was building it. Well, no, you can't do that, because isn't that the one that, in the random event, possibly,
But it comes off the British yard and shows up as another dreadnought.
well, don't take it off until we figure out why it's there.
I'll tell you why it's there. It's there because you sent me these setups and I put it on there because of your.
Don't take it
Email.
off yet. You're not gonna be able to build it, but I'm just trying to figure out why. I can look at my.
Okay.
Okay, we just need to figure out before,
Figure
They
out
could have a minor ship there though, because they could probably build minor stuff.
Not necessarily. I'll look.
It's impressive that you're writing in English.
Well,
It is? I
I
studied English.
I don't know.
2 years.
Well,
I
we're
have
about
to-
to we're about to get
I
wiped
was
off the
about
map
to become
here.
a teacher.
Yeah, I agree. They do,
That
at
was
least
a
need
while
minor
ago.
shipyard.
Yeah.
Or they won't even be able to
But
build a
thanks.
cruiser.
I do everything creative.
But I don't wanna
in
build
English.
it.
They didn't
For
really
this
build it
game-
right.
For this game, you could at least build.
Writing lyrics.
So I'm gonna double
Yeah.
check.
And I want to write a book.
Because it'd be
so-
really hard if the Ottoman couldn't even build a ship.
But I'm not.
it would limit their abilities.
I'm not that.
I mean,
Yeah, because you couldn't
They
get,
should be able to.
Austria built ships,
Undersell it.
but their
It's a
ship's over here,
Okay, thanks.
right there. They would have to build it there and be too hard.
I see that I'm elected. I should get some right repeat.
So yours is gonna be a minor shipyard for now. You started the game with a pre-dread, right?
Yeah.
But you had one building. We're not gonna- I can look it up.
Man, these Ottomans are crazy.
Going all over the globe, man. Making life hard for people.
Where are we up to? What are we up to?
We'll be starting 16 here in a minute.
I'm ready.
What time do you guys want to eat? 6:20.
Are we going out and coming back,
I don't know.
eating and returning?
Is that what we're doing, Doug?
That was the plan.
Okay. Just clarifying.
Uh,
think this is the basis of the idea.
Yes, sir.
So, Doug, you can read it.
Whose turn is it?
I don't want to read it. I says, I want to read it. He said, I can read it.
No, I said you can read it now.
So, Will,
Yes.
when we're done
Whose turn is
this
it?
game testing.
Who's that for other
I
ones?
played Japan, but I don't know who won.
Okay, it's Italy. I was just waiting for my turn. So I got $11.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy 2 dudes
Testing chart.
and an
Okay.
artillery.
I won't be able to work on this game until I know 25 and 36. So this will be a while before I get this. It'll probably take me another month to get fun of 25 and another, or 36, and another month to get down to 25 at least.
I'll just send it to you and
Okay.
it'll sit.
Cool.
Until you are ready.
Let's also look to the event table, say Japan and USA. But I read the USA, the income stuff.
Okay.
There are some possibilities for USA to declare war on Japan. I think those could go out
It's like
and replace them for these rules.
crack.
Okay. I like them. I'm kind of working on something of the same, and I will take these home.
And I think that the idea for Japan war teams should be that they have ambitions, so they have options.
Okay.
But each option has its own reflection on the reactions of the allies or the CP.
Okay. I think we might just put that all. Some sort of appendix.
And there should be a possibility for the USA to attack Japan, because if Japan gets too big, it could decide to attack the allies in the last turn of the game. They would be the last in line. So if they take all the islands, Japan would have 1,000 victory points and no one could do anything about it. So that must be counted. So if Japan gets too big and it doesn't choose a side, America should be able to think, okay, we're going to do something about it. We're reacting or preemptive strike, declare war on Japan, and then the Japanese player has the option. Well, maybe it's better to.
Okay.
But you have options for the Pacific, and it's tension. The whole game through, depending on whether Japan stays independent, there's tension in the Pacific, and that's historically correct.
Yeah.
And that's the basis for Japan's
The
Second
turn.
World War as well.
Okay.
So it's
So you got
16.
the historical
Did you-
I
background.
believe like
With the
You wanna
I'll do
advance
that
us?
now. Yeah.
starting
Italy just took
Thank
their
you.
turn,
Hey,
and he says Japan's done.
what did you sit with ship-wise in this game?
One free threat and one transport.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're not a ship. You're a parliament, right? I was like, hold it, you got.
So let me take you across the board now, because we're almost going for dinner. So you get some more value for your valuable time watching us play here. So America can do nothing yet, so it's just lying there. I mean to say, Japan has taken the German islands in the Pacific, and German Shandong and Port Arthur was already there at game start. Has some build up here in Formosa, and it has built its first dreadnought just this turn. Income is at 17, which is half, while it's played independently, rounded up. So 9 IPP per turn. Go over to Africa,
Or
where the South African Union has been retaken or liberated by the Brits. It was captured by the Germans, which are now in Rhodesia, so there's still tension there. The Turks have been expanding even into North Caucasia and Kazakhstan,
Yes.
Afghanistan, and Punjab.
that the Ottoman Empire has, that's building,
Um,
was building by the UK.
they were in Kaffa and Tripoli, but they have
Same
been
one.
liberated by the Allies.
It's different.
I have not been following this here because I've been writing some rules for Japan, so this is a surprise for me as well, but
They can build it, unless the UK
not much news from the front here.
against the Central Powers, they have the option of
It's,
requisition.
Austria has gone into Russia, the Germans have gone
No way
into
they
Russia
won't go to
there,
war. There's no way they won't.
and we've got
Well,
some
I'm just
damaged
saying you need to put it
dreadnoughts
on there
over there
that
near North.
requisition by the UK.
But why bother?
It seems balanced
You're saying
here.
just give it to the UK?
Well, the UK,
So France fleet over
they're
here
at
near
war.
Gibraltar. Don't know what they're
Under
planning
what
to do with
situation
it.
will it ever not be?
I'm just telling you what it is.
So
So, but it needs to be changed. Change it to the UK dread.
any questions from the YouTubers? I'm going to check now. So if you have some questions, I may zoom in. I heard you ask if you have any questions. Just to let you know, it's difficult for us to hear you as you are having high frequency sound issues. Okay. Tap the camera.
Yeah.
Did Germany take the Belgium route? Did they?
I don't think.
No, the sound is YouTubers.
I think they're kind of stuck on the border. I think no one can really move because there's so much.
Well, I meant last year when.
No, I mean in general, like once that border gets started, I think they pushed into Lorraine and stuff.
Yeah. So it went historical, but they did. I see where they attempted to do the.
There might have been a random event that did that too.
So who's playing? Where are we going to dinner?
I think it's time to go.
Yeah.
Too late, too late.
It's just past 6:30.
No, well, we're just doing, we just like out to lunch or out to dinner.
What, dinner?
Kind of played all
back.
through one video, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you guys think about Russia? I've been trying to play my best, but
I think they're brown.
I think we're gonna get spanked.
do you
I think
do you think in your last game, you guys had the Russian Revolution happen?
That's true. The Russian Revolution hasn't happened.
Last game, Russia was like all the way to the Atlantic. They put,
In the
Why
last
do you think
game?
that is? Do you think it's unbalanced, or do you think that?
Well, I forgot about the Russian Revolution. That is gonna happen.
Is it inevitable or is it?
It is pretty inevitable, but there is a randomness to when and how it happens.
Well, a lot of that was they were getting spanked. So what if he is successful and the Tsar is seen as fearless leader?
Well,
They're
Does
still
it
having
become
sound
less like
issues
a sort of
since half an hour.
way to treat it.
Maybe we should just start it off and
just like a
We're gonna start,
yeah,
I'll find
full
it.
end stream and then
I'll find it.
start it when we get back. Hopefully cleared up.
Don't forget to align Maria ships in the Baltic. Okay, thanks.
Thank you. So,
Oh, that's
what is
right.
that?
Uh,
Is that a torpedo boat destroyer?
those are
Yep.
Greek. Your Romanian one is that torpedo boat destroyer
okay.
in the Black Sea. That'd have been nice, though.
Yeah.
Everything's aligning allied.
You guys try.
The Russian collapse is a chance of collapse on each turn starting spring 1917 on a roll of die 12. On a 12, it collapses, +1 for each IPC reducing territory Russia has lost, and +1 for each previous roll you have made.
Oh, so even if the Russian players got, that doesn't mean he's going to stick around.
No, people are tired of Russian, czarist corruption. But he could. I mean, if he hasn't lost any territories, he could totally.
Romania just
So whoever wants to
So-
go home early, that's the guy that plays the
Just
Russians.
Just a
Well, that's,
recommendation.
Yeah.
See, I have July, November,
they
March.
make me be the
You could change that
Yeah, I
to
gotta be
spring,
home by
winter,
10, so.
Yeah, it'll all change.
but yeah,
Hey,
it
no,
should,
that would work.
it should sound
That
the
would work.
same.
You got one guy that's like, hey, my wife will let me stay out